to an Alabama donor's house. I don't know if Greg Byrne knows that story, but surprise. But no, there's been so many fun things. My first question to Nick Saban, that was a great story.
What was it?
It was about...
was it a hypothetical?
Burton. No, it was... it was about Burton, but the story behind it was, you guys, again, blank sheet for a job. You guys didn't give me really any expectations about those press conferences. It was kind of like, get acclimated, but post-game was really where I needed to make my presence known. And I remember it was week 5 maybe of the season, and I'm sitting in Tuscaloosa in that media room, and I'm taking it in. I'm like, wow, this is so cool. Like, Nick Saban is here, and I'm in this media space, and wow. And, Saban starts, and all of a sudden, I see this student appear next to me with a microphone, and how it works in those situations. And you guys know this. Josh Maxson at the time was the SID, so he was moderating, and they'll point at you, and you have about a minute before it's on you. And I realized, oh no, I have no question. I haven't raised my hand, but there's a student next to me with a microphone, which means that I'm about to have a microphone, and Nick Saban is about to have to be, talking to me. I'm about to say something. Right. And I remember looking around and thinking, okay, there are people in this room that have their hands raised that aren't going to get a question. So it's either sink or swim. And I remember I got that microphone, and he looks at me, and I look at him, and for a split second I think, you have got to get something out. You cannot freeze. And I asked him about Burton and what his success, something about what's allowing for his success on the field right now. Yeah. He gave an answer, moved on, and I asked Maxson about that at the SEC championship. And I said, do you remember, you probably don't remember this. He goes, I think I know what you're about to say. And I said, I never raised my hand for a question. He says, I know, but the other people that had their hands raised, I knew they were going to piss him off. But we just had to take a chance on you.
So Maxson.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep him getting pissed. Yeah. That is funny.
Absolutely. Yeah. You love the Braves.
Love the Braves.
That's your hometown. You love you some Georgia Southern. You love you some golf. You go to a golfing event every year.
I try to.
With the family and stuff. So you've got this agent. You have these dreams and stuff. The picture that keeps rotating through, you actually dressed up as the Braves mascot in one of our Halloween dresses.
Blooper. That was a good moment.
Where did you get the blooper outfit?
Yeah, so that was a night before costume I threw together. I realized pretty quickly that Halloween was a big deal up here, and this was coming off of you guys announcing Brian Harson's.
That was a big deal.
Yeah, the year before.
Accurate.
So the fleece was already mine. The jersey was already mine. All I had to do was find the pants, and they were on an end cap at TJ Maxx on clearance.
End cap.
Wow.
And then, I know, and there it is. And the added weight is pillows from the lobby, actually.
I never knew that.
At least we used them for something.
That's right.
Yeah,
they got good use.
I never knew that.
That's
so
hilarious.
are those cups on the side of your head?
Those were cups from the little coffee station that I wrapped in felt and hot glued, and then a feather and a little Braves hat.
Well, because you went as the mascot. What is that mascot?
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I wish I knew.
I don't think anybody does.
Comforter almost.
Until this day, I thought it was really it was a blooper.
No, that was put together DIY.
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I forget about that sometimes, and I see the video of me dancing too that I made.
Wait, so that was less than a year ago?
No, that was
2 years ago.
23.
2023.
Halloween of our first year.
Last year I was a Nerds Gummy Cluster.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I remember that now.
Yeah. There's
the photo. E.G. So one Saturday, I'm just scrolling through Twitter, and it was somebody that covers Alabama. I know it was Nick Kelly or somebody was tweeting about the added security because of President Trump at the LSU game. And that picture is there, and I'm like, look how pissed E.G. looks. It is so good.
It's so good.
Web is a large place. Find all your favorite people and content in the same spot. NextRoundLive.com is full of wonderful tidbits about the show you know and love. Find our gear, listen to your favorite personalities, follow our socials, and enjoy your trip to NextRoundLive.com. Take TNR on the go with a podcast built for your satisfaction. Miss Hour 1? Find it in podcast form. Miss Hour 2? Stream it now. Miss Hour 3? Download it for later. Miss Hour 4? Well, just know it's never coming back. Listen to TNR wherever you find podcasts.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown. Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the next round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
I was playing golf yesterday, and I debated another guy on whether I watched more NFL preseason this weekend than he did, but both of us watched a ton. We'll talk about some takeaways coming up. We'll get back into a long-standing debate on this show. Grizzly bear race chasing Ryan Brown. You guys have sent some great content. We'll get to that coming up later in the show. And, of course, all your college football news. And we'll start there. Camps and scrimmages continuing on. Before we get to what went on at Alabama and Auburn's camp, the folks at Sports Illustrated have eight quarterback battles still going on. Alabama still one of those, though we all, I think, believe it's going to be Ty Simpson. More on that in a second. But they've got quarterback battles at BYU, Colorado, Michigan, North Carolina, Notre Dame, Ohio State, and Tennessee. I'll start Ohio State first. Do we really believe that's a quarterback battle?
You said it last week. If it is, this could be a problem for this offense. Again, we trust Ryan Day, but Julian Sayin is the guy that has been there. It just seems like it's going to be his. I do think that's more of a battle than what you've got in Tuscaloosa.
Interesting.
And I think it's more of a battle than what you've got in Ann Arbor.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get to Michigan in a second, but Julian Sayin, redshirt freshman. Well, no, he's a sophomore now, right? Because he played a little last year. I don't know if he played enough. Forget the classes. Doesn't matter anymore. He got a few snaps last year. Lincoln Kindholz. I think it's Sayin too. Brown, do you agree with him? It's more of a battle in Columbus than it is in Tuscaloosa.
I don't want to use the word stunned, though I almost want to use the word stunned. If
Use
anybody
it, man.
other than
It's a Monday.
anybody other than Julian Sayin takes that first snap against Texas, I will be surprised. You don't seem like you'd be surprised at all. I don't know why.
I would be surprised. I mean, I'm surprised that we continue to hear how tight the battle is. I mean, Ryan Day, for him to say that.
I think Ryan Day's playing games here. I think Ryan Day's playing media games.
But why?
I don't know what his end game is. Well,
Yeah,
Nick Saban used to do stuff like this.
I mean, but it's not like, Texas has got a ton of film on both of these guys.
Oh, I know. I don't think it's related, Lance, to the opponent. I just think there's probably some level of consistency or competitiveness that he's still trying to pull out of Julian Sayin. So he's still trying to challenge Julian Sayin publicly with the media, the media's help. We've seen coaches do this a lot. I think there's probably a lot of this too. Like Ryan Day is probably trying to send the message here. I'll break it down. This just came to me. All right.
Okay.
Let's workshop this on the fly.
Brown's gone from stunned to I've got the answer.
No. I think I know what Ryan Day's doing.
Yeah.
So for the first time, Ryan Day is having to take, and we saw this in Tuscaloosa and we've seen it in Athens, how difficult this can be, take a defending national champion and sell them on you're not guaranteed anything.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm with you on this one, Brownie.
So here's what
I gotta hate that I agree with you so early on a Monday.
Yeah, I know.
But gosh darn it.
Very early in the week.
I agree with you on this.
So here's what Ryan Day's doing.
Have a lot of fat and happy.
Yeah, he's sending a message to his team that if Julian's saying, you guys have all seen him in practice.
Yeah.
If he's not even promised anything, what are the rest of you promised?
That's right.
Yeah, but I think his teammates have seen Kindholz. And the last time we saw him, we were at that shitty Airbnb out in California when they played Missouri. And he was wearing, 22?
Yeah,
or what was
22.
the number?
And they got beat. That's one of the weirdest helmet losses of all time. Missouri beating Ohio State.
Well, going into that game, you knew it was like Super Bowl for Eli Drinkwitz has an opportunity to knock down one of the powers of college football, and they did everything in their power to actually do that, and they did it. And Kindholz was 6 of 17 for 86 yards.
6 of 17. Future quarterback for Miami.
We're wearing number 22, by the way. Again,
how big of a story
Thank you, Jim.
is it?
I caught that.
Yeah, thank you.
I caught that, Jim.
If Texas pitches a shutout in the horseshoe.
Massive, because who in meaningful games, who shuts anybody out anymore?
Nobody.
I mean, it almost never happens in college football. In meaningful games.
Listen, that's the difference between a lot of Nick Saban occasionally would carry quarterback battles into the season if they had the right opener.
Yeah, it was pretty rare. I remember
twice.
Phillip Sims and A.J. McCarron, right? What was the other one?
Maybe Blake Barnett and Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then, technically, Jake Coker and that was kid that started against Ole Miss.
That was several games in. Cooper Bateman, several games in on that one. That was more of a Lane Kiffin deal there.
But I think Blake Sims and Coker were sort of QB1, QB2 into their season.
Yeah.
But when you're playing Texas, you can't go in with two quarterbacks. You got to have one by then. And to some degree, Alabama with Florida State as well. Okay, Michigan was the other one you named, Mikey Keene or Bryce Underwood. So I'm assuming you think it's the 5-star superstar Bryce Underwood.
I just know Mikey Keene, the last time he played at Ann Arbor was to kick off last season, and I had Fresno plus the points, and he threw a pick 6 against Michigan, and Michigan ended up covering that game. I mean, Mikey Keene's got experience, but if you're Sharon Moore, Mikey Keene is not going to win the Big Ten for you. And Underwood's not either as a true freshman. But why not go in and get him his reps and excite the fan base?
No, I think that's what's going on here at Ohio State, though. Julian Sayan's going to start against Texas.
Yeah. Back to you being stunned if he doesn't start.
I am. I'm stunned if he doesn't start.
Well, rank those programs right now on how stunned you would be if you can't name the starter.
Well, I don't even know who the backup is behind Bryce Underwood. You said Michigan. Right?
Mikey Keene.
Mikey Keene came from Fresno.
Pick 6 Fresno last year in the Big House.
I don't even
so
know
he's
this
got
guy.
experience throwing touchdowns in the Big House.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying. I don't even know this guy, so I'm going Bryce Underwood.
Okay.
I still think I would take Alabama as the biggest shocker on that list.
That if it's not Ty Simpson.
Yes.
Okay.
I would agree.
More on Ty Simpson when we get to the Alabama section here in a moment. Notre Dame, national championship contender, Kenny Minchie or C.J. Carr. 5-star C.J. Carr. It's going to be Carr, right?
I think it's going to be Carr, much like Underwood. You go with the 5-star younger guy. I'm a little surprised. I mean, going to the portal didn't necessarily work out the way they wanted it to for Sam Hartman. It did with Riley Leonard. They played for a national championship. Really surprised they didn't go back to the well unless they were going to play C.J. Carr from the jump.
Yeah, but who would you have gone to get? Carson Beck? You'd have to pay $4+
But they were so
million.
late in the game, too. Remember, that was a late departure. So I think you were a bit limited there, right, on who you could go get. I don't know who else you would get. You're right. Carson Beck was prize number 1. I'm assuming Miami was probably the highest bidder there.
It really does feel like if Ty Simpson had left, I don't
He'd be
know
at Notre
why,
Dame?
but he could have ended up at Notre Dame. At Tennessee, Joey Aguilar is going to get the job right over George McIntyre.
Just
or
experience.
Jake Merlinger.
Experience.
Don't you remember, though, when George McIntyre committed, how excited people? I think I remember Clay talking about how big a deal it was.
Isn't that the kid that played for Trent Dilfer?
Yes. Yeah, he's a Nashville kid.
Okay. All right.
Am I wrong that he's related to the McIntyre that was the coach? Am I wrong about
Well,
that?
I was going to say George McIntyre before Deion, or still is, the last 10-win season at Colorado, right? Because Deion only got 9 last year. Or did he get 10?
Yeah, that's the kid from Brentwood, 6'6", 190.
Did Deion get 9?
Did Deion get 10 last year? I know he
No,
got
Colorado 9-4.
94, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if they won a bowl game and got 10. They lost their bowl game.
Yeah, he's the grandson of the Vanderbilt coach, George McIntyre, who has passed away, unfortunately. And then Mike
Was the Colorado guy.
was the Colorado guy you're talking about, yeah. And that's his uncle. That is not his grandfather. That's his uncle.
All right.
So
It's Aguilar.
I think so, too, but I just remember when McIntyre committed how big a deal people made. I mean, I'm not blown away with Aguilar, but we'll see.
Yeah.
That's another tougher than advertised opener. They're 13.5-point favorites against Syracuse, but, man, that's not a cakewalk.
Yeah. Who was on the show that said that? Or was it you? Do we have a guest last week that said
say that again?
That Syracuse was a
Lance?
It was. I knew
Yeah,
Lance said it. I feel like we had a guest that backed that up too.
Maybe Furman. Oh, I have seen.
No, I think it was Furman.
Was it
Furman
Furman
and
that
Lance
said
going back
Syracuse
and forth?
and
Yeah,
Tennessee?
on Friday. Yeah.
I meant to tell you this before the show. You can write it in. We'll come back to it. I've chatter about one SEC Week 1 game where the line is moving against the SEC.
Yeah. Okay. You want me to write it down right now? While you tell us about the great folks at Bojangles?
I can tell you about Bojangles, and I'll see. I do want to see what Lance thinks about this. Hey, Bojangles can make it bow time for you at your local Bojangles there. If you've already missed the breakfast, I was talking to someone at the I saw the Velcro Pygmies over the weekend, and he came up to me. This guy's from Calhoun County.
Y'all were at the Kappa House?
No, we
I
weren't.
thought they did a Tuscaloosa
That was the text I got.
a Tuscaloosa party.
Yeah, Velcro Pygmies. Yeah, I had to follow up on that one. I needed a favor from Lance. Velcro Pygmies down at Avondale.
Do they still do Nikki, that song?
I left. I did not stay for the
Yeah,
sorry about
the
that,
last
Scott.
time I saw them, they brought somebody on stage, put them in the chair, did Nikki.
Oh, this was a school fundraiser.
So
Yeah.
they probably did not do
was
Nikki.
Not your entire Velcro Pygmies.
Did they go off the little bitty miniature trampolines to start
Nope,
the show?
nope.
Okay.
The school fundraiser. I think this was probably a dialed back Velcro Pygmy show.
Cameron have a shirt off?
They're only dial so much back.
Okay.
Cameron did take his shirt off. So did the guitarist, who I think's name is Joey, I believe is the guitarist. If I remember, he took his shirt off, and one of the school moms, I assume it was a
Took
school
her
mom.
shirt off?
No.
She's not throwing her panties on stage.
Let me
is
finish
she?
the sentence,
You've
please.
got to throw some commas in here, Brownie.
Let me finish the
Yeah,
sentence.
this is the run-on sentence.
Can we get a comma? Jeez.
Let me finish the sentence. All right, so it's a school fundraiser for my daughter's middle school.
All right.
In the Velcro Pygmies place, so we go. But I think it was also open to the public, so I think you might have had some normal Avondale people. So I don't know if this was a school mom or not. But the guitarist on Freebird, the long Freebird guitar solo, comes out into the crowd and is playing the solo. And right in front of my wife and I, my daughter was off with her friends, but in front of my wife and I, one of the school moms slides cash into his back waistband.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
He's got a really tight pants.
The
tight
small of the
pants.
back?
Yeah, right in the small of the back in his back waistband.
Yeah.
And I was like, I wonder if there was a phone number on that dollar bill.
She have a
Or
White
that
Claw in her
20.
hand?
Potentially.
Yeah.
That or
Yeah.
High Noon, one of the two, maybe. I'm not sure.
Wow.
Anyway, that did get a little saucy.
Yeah, it did for school moms. I'm like, this is a school fundraiser, everybody. Let's keep this down. We got a lot of kids
Was
here.
she a hunting wife?
A lot of kids.
Speaking of,
I tried.
Speaking of saucy,
I couldn't do it.
speaking of saucy,
Yeah.
tell us about Bojangles.
Yeah, Bojangles, they've got a sauce, dipping sauce for every taste. 7 that will add a little extra flavor to every bite. Nothing pairs better with sauces than hand-breaded tenders. So if you're looking for sweet, try honey mustard. You want to add some tang, try barbecue. If you're looking for some heat, try creamy buffalo or peach honey pepper. If you're craving smooth and creamy, house-made ranch, jalapeno ranch, our classic Bo sauce, ready and waiting. So head to Bojangles. Order some hand-breaded tenders with your favorite sauce today. It's Bo time. By the way, we'll tell you more about this. Catering during football season coming to Bojangles.
Yes.
Great idea for catering for your party. Sorry about that.
Heard the discussion
Yeah.
about that on Friday. You mentioned Leonard Skinnard, Sleep Home, Alabama. Not Sweet Home, Alabama. SleepHomeAlabama.com. That is the website. Go to it. If you've been thinking about getting one of these sleep studies done, nobody wants to deal with the insurance. Nobody wants to deal with going to the lab and staying there overnight. Guess what? No lab, no insurance, $199 home sleep test. You can get information. Go to SleepHomeAlabama.com. Our friends at CPAP Plus, 5 great locations: Birmingham, Trussville, Pelham, Foley, and Troy as well. It's Alabama's best home sleep and CPAP care companies. Again, drop your info. They're going to call you back. It is the best CPAP care statewide. Again, home sleeping test, no lab, no insurance, $199. SleepHomeAlabama.com.
Quickly, Caden Salter expected to beat Julian Lewis in the Colorado battle, though you can expect to see both very early in the year. McKay Halstead expected to win the BYU job over Bear Bachmeier, and Gio Lopez expected to win the job over Max Johnson there at North Carolina. To Alabama camp in the scrimmage this weekend, quarterback hasn't been named yet. Here's cut 2. This is Kalen DeBoer on how the quarterbacks looked in the scrimmage and a timeline on naming a starter in Tuscaloosa.
They've done a great job, first of all, taking care of the football. No picks today, and touchdown passes. I don't know the exact number, but a few touchdown passes between all 3 of them. And the completion percentage over the course of camp for all 3 has been in that, range that we want. Like to have a minimum of 65%. And they just did a good job being consistent. But they've taken care of the football. I think there's maybe 3 picks all camp. When you talk about 7-on-7 drills, team drills, I might be off 1, probably not off 2, but they've done a good job taking care of the football. And I think the first week just missed a few plays. The last practices, finding the ways to get explosives. I think, command in the huddle. I think your 2 guys that have been around the offense the longest, Ty and Austin. When they get in a huddle and they got to rattle off a play, they're sharp and confident with it. Keelan's still learning those things, but he's doing a great job. The progress is something that you'd hope for, and he's right there. So, explosive opportunities, they got the ball there. They delivered the ball. And timing, I feel like very few times are we in a spot where we're not throwing on time, not confident with where we should deliver the ball. So from a timeline, because I know that's kind of what you want, I feel like we're getting closer. I would have said before camp, we definitely got to make a decision by the time we get done with the second scrimmage, and I would anticipate for sure that being the case.
Yeah.
Couple takeaways from that. I read it this morning and now have heard it. Two things that jump out at me. Number one, if I heard him correctly and I read this and he said it, and I think I understand what he's saying to be in the entirety of camp, they've thrown 3 interceptions in 7-on-7 team drills.
Yeah.
That's pretty dang impressive. Either your defense isn't playing well. That's the thing about camp stuff, right? It's either one or the other.
Now, we got one coach in state saying, I've talked with the defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
We're going to build up Jackson Arnold's confidence.
Right.
Maybe they're doing that in Tuscaloosa, too, and Kalen DeBoer just isn't saying
I don't know.
the private stuff out loud.
But I mean, if you've only thrown 3, that's pretty dang impressive.
And you can tell the defense to take it easy, but natural instinct. If they have an opportunity to get a pick, they're going to take it. That was the problem with Milroe. The inconsistencies, but the turnovers. Roughly averaged a pick a game, had some fumbles. If these guys, and I'm going to go back to it, Ty Simpson doesn't turn the football over, it's going to be a really, really good Alabama team. I think what is interesting from game 1 against Florida State, your number 2 probably is Austin Mack, just the familiarity with the terminology with Ryan Grubb, Nick Sheridan, and Kalen DeBoer. But, I have heard, and I'm sure you guys have heard, that Russell is too much of a talent to keep off the field. So I think as every game and every week goes by, Russell probably becomes closer to your number 2 guy.
Well, I shared this with many people. Florida State would be not smart. I won't call them idiots. Not smart if they don't at least prepare for a Keelan Russell package.
Oh, I'm sure they've got GAs watching his high school packages and watching his high school film and seeing what
Well,
he
I would
did.
go back and just watch some of the design runs from Jalen Milroe last year.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what you're going to get.
Yeah. So if you're in a red zone situation, I'd have a package ready.
Yeah.
I'd be prepared for that. Maybe if it's like LT thinks it's going to play out, Alabama, Florida State, maybe you don't even have to unveil it there. Maybe you don't even have to unveil that until you get to Athens,
That's
Georgia.
right. May not need it till that night in Athens. Yeah.
I mean,
well, now I would hate, real quick though, Lance. The other side of that, though, is I'd hate for a kid to be taking his first snap at Sanford. I know I downgraded how tough Sanford Stadium is to play at. Here's where I contradict myself. But taking his first snap, night game Sanford Stadium, I'd at least like to get him under center a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Back to the quarterback battles you talked about. Is there a chance of all those quarterbacks this year, Ty Simpson could be the best, statistically?
Of the quarterback battles I just did? Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Well, and that's the other takeaway from this is, so let's piece this puzzle together.
Okay, just on that thought.
Sure.
At some point, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe Wednesday, at some point this week, I want us to do a Heisman draft between the 4 of us. We'll throw Forrester in on the back. We'll come up with our order.
The almost most impossible thing to do in August to pick a Heisman Trophy.
We'll go 4 rounds, and I'll come up with a scoring system like 10 if you get the Heisman winner, 7 the runner-up, 5 if the third place, 3 and 1. Top 5 votes. And
Forster's going to have Jackson Arnold, and he's have Eric Singleton.
Forster will not, by the way.
Probably not.
Forster will not, because I'm sitting here looking at our cut sheets today, and I've got no Auburn sound today.
They had no availability over the weekend.
Yeah.
And-
No scrimmage, right?
And he and I were arguing about something early. Oh, it was the Iron Bowl. And I was like, I got a feeling Iron Bowl this year is going to be a 6:30 kick in prime time.
A night Iron Bowl at Jordan Hare. That'd be fun.
With Fowler and Herbstreit and
Yeah.
Crew. And he's like, God, things always a day game. Always. When's the last time we had one? They were bad teams. Last time we had a night Iron.
2014, Alabama was a playoff team.
I said new TV package now. For sure, you could have 9-2 Alabama, 8-3 Auburn, or 10-1 Alabama, 9-2 Auburn. Playoff implications on the line.
Now, if A&M's
Prime
any
time.
good, Texas A&M's Black Friday, isn't it? I think it is.
Yeah.
I think so,
I think that's Black Friday, so that's not competition.
So, I mean, I don't have a guess on when the kickoff will be for the Iron Bowl, but Forrester and I have a diet soda, Diet Coke on the line there.
If Carolina's any good, Carolina Clemson will be in Williams-Brice, so they can show that.
Yeah, it could be prime time too.
It'd be prime time, I guess. Even if it's a Clemson, it'd be prime time.
Way to jump in on the Forrester side.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, if you're a coach, though, do you want to speak that into existence?
What?
How well you've protected the football? Like, it's almost a jinx. Like, it's almost like they go out and they throw 3 today.
They could. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big jinx guy.
Yeah, I'd rather throw 3 today than 3.
Yeah.
That's true. If I'm
3
gonna
in
do it.
19 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd rather throw them today.
But here's the puzzle I was about to put together. So Ryan Grubb, offensive coordinator, said in a press conference earlier this year, if we had to name a starter today, Ty Simpson's that starter. Kalen DeBoer comes on our show, says the same exact thing. Look, if we had to name a starter today, this was in July at SEC Media Days, Ty Simpson's the starter. Kalen DeBoer, just a couple weeks later, says, I want to have the starter named after our second scrimmage, which I don't have the schedule in front of me. I don't know if Alabama's released it. I would assume that's probably Saturday, right? I mean, they scrimmaged this Saturday, probably going to scrimmage again Friday or Saturday. I'll see if I can find the exact date on that.
There's 5 practices left before the scrimmage, so you can do the math.
Yeah. So if Ty Simpson was the starter in spring, if we named it today, the starter in July, if we named it today, and DeBoer says, I wanted to have it done by the second practice, and we're going to be able to have that done. And he, in the same sentence, was like, man, these quarterbacks have played well, only 3 interceptions all camp. You tell me who they're going to name Saturday. I mean, it's a massive upset if it's anybody but Ty Simpson, right?
Yep, it is.
Four practices left now because they practiced yesterday on the cleanup from that scrimmage. Here's cut 1. This is Kalen DeBoer and how the whole scrimmage went for Alabama as we find out where the Tides rank today in the AP poll. More on that in a second, but here's DeBoer on the rising Tide.
Good scrimmage for the guys. I say it seems like every time, but I felt good about the back and forth. There was times the offense moved the ball, especially early up the field, and defense did a nice job anchoring down as the scrimmage went along. And we got into some situations at the end, some end-of-game stuff that I think is really important, things that we're able to do much more and be comfortable repping those things. Doesn't mean it's perfect, but that's why we practice, and got some end-of-the-game situations in there at the end too. So just kind of last-second stuff, 7 seconds and last play of the game type thing.
Yeah, confident on the install. A lot of install, and he's looking for the confidence on both sides of the football. He got that from the scrimmage. That's Alabama scrimmage. Browns line movement against the SEC before we take our first break. Marty Smith at 10. Before we get to that, though, our friends at Storm Restoration Roofing, Greg from Pell City, man, he's ready for football season. And he's ready to get on your roof as well with a free, no cost, no obligation roof inspection. He'll get up there and just let you know what's going on in your roof. These wind storms that blow through every now and then with thunderstorms in the south, you could lose a shingle or two up there, displace one or two that gets you into a water entry problem, and that leads to major problems down the road. Get that roof inspected, and you can do it 3 ways. Website, stormrestorationroofing.com. You can call up Greg Nelson on the cell phone you see on your screen, 205-542-3531. Or just go to Facebook and hit him up, Greg from Pell City right there, A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, as they handle storm damage, roofing replacements, and Greg's even got a builder's license, so he can help you with restoration repairs as well. Great with insurance agencies because he's been dealing with these guys locally for over 20 years. Greg from Pell City, 205-542-3531, and our friends at Storm Restoration Roofing. Moving in the SEC's favor, Brownie.
No, against the SEC.
Oh, against the SEC. It's not Baylor because Baylor lost a big player in Dawson Pendergrass, 671-yard rusher. 6 touchdowns, so Baylor is...
Auburn's still favored 2 in that one. I'm looking at mybookie.ag right now.
That's a big loss. I mean,
2.5. That kid was a contributor, was going to be a big part of their offense.
Well, and one thing you don't see is the white running back. You had it with Dawson Pendergrass. A ginger running back, too.
Wow, how about that?
And it probably kills Dunaway's headline. There's probably some kind of Dawson Creek reference in there. You know what I didn't realize?
Joey's not the only one heartbroken.
I didn't realize it. So Samsung Plus has got these channels, and they're 24/7. And for whatever reason, when I turn my bedroom TV on, Dawson's Creek channel is the one that pops up now. Used to be
that says a lot about your searches right there. I think that's search related.
Reason.
Yeah, for whatever I can't explain.
No,
it.
I mean
It's definitely not the last thing I watched.
No, but what I was going to say is I had no idea. I thought Dawson's Creek was like a town. I didn't know it was named after a character.
Dawson was.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
But
Paul Gosselaar was Dawson, right?
Yeah, the guy from Varsity Blues.
The guy from Varsity Moxon.
Moxon. Yeah. No, he was Dawson.
James Vanderbeek.
James Vanderbeek. Yeah, I called it Mark Paul Gosselaar. It was James Vanderbeek. Same guy to me.
Dawson was his name, but they did live in a town.
They had a creek?
No, they lived on the ocean.
I don't know. Yeah. But I just heard when, it popped up, hey, Dawson.
Yeah.
I was like,
Joey and Dawson, man.
Who was Joey?
Katie Holmes.
Katie Holmes, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Ashley Williams was a character. Can't remember her name.
And then the guy that ended up in the show where the guy cheated on his wife.
Yeah.
And he was the ex-husband.
Honey Wipes? No.
No. I can't remember.
No, the guy
The Affair. What's his name? He played the ex-husband in The Affair. Or the husband
no. He was also Dr. Death, right? Joshua Jackson?
Joshua Jackson. Yeah,
He was Dr. Death.
Yeah.
But Pendergrass, big loss. Now, the good news is you still got a 1,000-yard rusher, and you still got one of the best backfields in college football. And Aranda said they've got depth there, but that is a bigger loss.
Big loss. But there's one spread that's going against the SEC.
If you had the Velcro Pygmies and Dawson's Creek being brought up in the first half hour.
Well, Dawson's Creek, I didn't know Dawson's Creek had its own channel. And what does it pop up?
Baywatch does too.
And what is it?
It's just Samsung. Like if you have a regular smart TV Samsung, you can, I guess, without a Roku I guess you wouldn't need a Roku with a smart TV, but without any of the apps or services, you can just watch Samsung Plus.
Yeah, there is something that pops up on our...
I keep the Kitchen Nightmares 24-hour channel on when I leave for work, so that way it scares the raccoons.
On Netflix, the Gilmore Girls is always pumped at me. Like you can see all the episodes of Gilmore Girls. How that's still a thing now, I don't know, but it's high.
Oh, it's come back. Yeah,
it's high on the Netflix.
All the moms that watched it have their daughters watching it now. That's why it's popped back.
Yeah. Lorelai and I can't remember the other one.
Rory. I cannot believe I know that.
I put you in on that one, brother.
Brian Edwards covers the gambling industry out in Vegas.
Are you going to give us a chance to guess?
B. Edwards. Okay, sure. So he said he has a position on the underdog in this game. And he was telling everybody last week, you better get on it now. I think the line's going to drop, and the line has, in fact, dropped.
No, is this a week one game?
Week one SEC.
But it's going against
against the SEC, and the SEC team is their points, they're favored, but it is shrinking.
Yeah.
Well, with that said, then I think it probably is Alabama.
It is not.
Yeah. I would go back to the Syracuse game.
It is not.
South Carolina?
It is not. It is, and this will be a bad loss, and we dog their schedule all the time. The Kentucky Wildcats.
Oh, wow.
Brian had them Toledo.
Oh.
Toledo.
I was guessing ACC team against
in Lexington.
SEC.
And he said this morning, I tried to tell you guys to get on Toledo plus 10. You missed your chance. It's all the way down to 8.5 now, 1.5 from Thursday, which that's a pretty significant drop, I would say, in a weekend.
I saw that game at one point.
Oh, I have zero interest in watching it.
No, I saw that game at one point, not the fact you just threw out, and I thought to myself, Toledo can win that game.
Well, I mean, does that not tell you Toledo can win the game, Lance? Vegas thinks they can anyway.
Yeah. Toledo over Kentucky.
Whoa.
So which was the biggest surprise that we had? Dawson's Creek. What was the other one?
Velcro Pygmies.
Velcro Pygmies or Toledo, Kentucky in our opening segment, the most viewed segment daily. Unbelievable. All right, here we go. When we come back, what we saw in the NFL this weekend. Then Marty Smith joins us at 10. The show being brought to you by our friend Alexander Shinara, Trial Attorneys.
That's right, our guy Shinara. Shinara.com is the website. You don't pay a dime unless they win your case at Shinara.com. Alexander Shinara, Trial Attorneys, national firm with Southern roots. They are headquartered right here in Birmingham. They've been there for 24 years. The firm has grown to 150 lawyers, supported by more than 500 dedicated team members, and they've recovered more than $2 billion for their clients. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, call the Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys. And again, you pay nothing unless they win your case. Shinara.com. That's Shinara.com.
Follow Scott Forrester on Twitter at ScottForresterTV.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, company truck accident, car accident, or work-related accident? Call Alabama's largest personal injury firm. Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys will fight for every dollar you deserve, and it won't cost you a dime. Trust me. What do you say, man?
Call me, Alabama.
Call 659-777-7777 or go to Shinara.com.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
Excitement awaits at Barber Motorsports Park for the UAB Medicine GT World Alabama Benefiting Teal Wings of Hope, September 5th through 7th. Witness some of the most iconic sports cars like Lamborghini, McLaren, and Ferrari battle it out on the track. Enjoy the beer gardens, food trucks, kids zone, garage, and more. The UAB Medicine GT World Alabama. Kids 15 and under get in free. Get your tickets today
When you crave activity like we do, you belong in the Roback family. Get the best golf wear, hoodies, and activewear for men and women at Roback.com. Use promo code TNR20 to get 20% off your order. That's Roback.com, promo code TNR20.
The World Wide Web is a large place. Find all your favorite people and content in the same spot. NextRoundLive.com is full of wonderful tidbits about the show you know and love. Find our gear, listen to your favorite personalities, follow our socials, and enjoy your trip to NextRoundLive.com.
Hey, let me tell you about our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama. Compassionate and comprehensive urological care with 35 physicians, 17 locations across Alabama. Their patient-centered approach to all of your urological needs. Remember, they've got that new men's health center. It is beautiful, helping men with a wide range of sensitive male issues in a comfortable environment. You can always go online, visit urologycentersalabama.com, schedule an appointment with one of their many urologists today. Stop by the New York Butcher Shop and pick up the finest in certified Angus prime beef steaks and burgers, premium pork chops, ribs, and all-natural chicken cut to order just for you. Their chef-prepared entrees and side dishes are the perfect dinner-to-go choice for your family and are ready to heat at home. With a great selection of fine wines and desserts, the New York Butcher Shop is your one-stop dinner shop. 2 locations to serve you, Cahaba Heights and on Highway 119 in Greystone. The New York Butcher Shop, rare quality, well-done service.
Take TNR on the go with a podcast built for your satisfaction. Miss Hour 1, find it in podcast form. Miss Hour 2, stream it now. Miss Hour 3, download it for later. Miss Hour 4, well, just know it's never coming back. Listen to TNR wherever you find podcasts.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, you're in the red zone for every college rivalry and divisional matchup all season long. I mean, where else are the scenic views as good as your view of the game? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
This hour of The Next Round is presented by the Birmingham Racecourse Casino, now featuring 7 days of giveaways with your chance to win a share of up to $125,000. The more you visit the Birmingham Racecourse Casino, the more chances you have to win.
When you crave activity like we do, you belong in the Roback family. Get the best golf wear, hoodies, and activewear for men and women at Roback.com. Use promo code TNR20 to get 20% off your order. That's Roback.com, promo code TNR20.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between 2 warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Shohei Ohtani hit his 40th home run over the weekend on his way to National League MVP possibly. And tonight on ESPN at 6 o'clock, Above the Tide. I was excited.
Above the Tide?
Above the Tide. I was like, God, who's above the tide? Nobody's above the tide.
Can't be another Alabama reality, can it?
It is not. It is not. I was disappointed, though, when it wasn't.
It's about fishing?
No, August 29th. In a way, it seems like a lot further back, but in a way, it seems like it was yesterday. August 29th this year will be 20 years since Katrina's landfall in New Orleans. So 6 o'clock tonight on ESPN, Above the Tide, takes you back to Katrina and how sports played such a big factor in that, and both the recovery and those that were impacted by it, the players.
Very random. Do you guys remember where you were when the levee broke?
Ooh, I do not. I remember it happening, but I don't
Did it happen overnight?
Well, I mean, it was like kind of a slow process, but then when, they started reporting, all the news outlets, it's gotten to a point where it's about to give or it just gave. I remember being at Gabriel's for a Herb and Ray remote.
Oh, wow. How about that? Well, I guess I was in studio. If you were at Gabriel's, I was in studio.
Well, we were doing Dunaway and Brown.
I do remember that part. Yeah.
And I remember on the Today Show, them standing on Bourbon Street in like ankle-deep water as the tide was rolling in. I don't know how how far into the process that was.
Yeah, I just didn't know the physics about the levies
Yeah.
and all that.
I didn't really
And I think
grasp.
from our standpoint, we were all like, man, they're going to get a lot of rain, but what really could go wrong here?
Yeah, it'll dry up, but I didn't really grasp the seriousness of the levees.
Yeah, I always knew New Orleans was below sea
Sure.
level, but I didn't know the levees kept the ocean out.
Yeah. Yeah, I knew that just because of the cemeteries
Yeah.
and how that setup was.
Yeah. All right. Above the Tide tonight, 6 o'clock, if you want to go back 20 years and see that and how it impacted sports and how sports helped in the recovery when it came to New Orleans and Katrina. Part of the show today being brought to you by our friends at Inverness Country Club. You guys had a chance to get out there and play a little golf on Friday.
That's right. Been enjoying playing there at Inverness Country Club. It is a great place to go for networking. If you're new to the community, or if you've been to the Birmingham community and you just want a club home, Inverness Country Club is a place for you. You can see more at ICCalabama.com. That's where you need to go, ICCalabama.com. Schedule a tour. You can be a social member where they've got the pool, a resort-style pool with a cabana and the pool bar and great food there at the pool and in the clubhouse. A sports member, tennis and pickleball, or a golf member with that 18-hole course. And a brand new expanded practice facility. You could see more, ICCalabama.com, and set up a tour there with Aaron to go see more at Inverness Country Club. Great place for community for you in Birmingham.
So I think it was on hole 3 or 4. I overcompensate for the slice, and of course I hit it straight, and it's a missile, and it just an explosion. And our buddy John that we were playing with, he's a member out there. He said, "Oh, there's a shed over there." And so when we start, heading out for second shots, there ain't a shed.
No
It's just
shed.
a house.
Or the
But
shed.
it didn't break glass. So what is the common courtesy if you just hit siding really, really hard?
Did it leave a mark?
I have no idea. There's a lot of siding.
I think if you live on the golf course, you just have to accept that it's going to happen. So you did the right thing. We just moved on down
I
the
left
hole.
them my ball. I didn't even go into their backyard.
That was
Well,
nice.
You're not supposed to go play balls out of the backyard. Technically not even supposed to pick them up, I don't think. But my insurance guy, who I play golf with every time I play golf, says you are responsible for any damage done by your ball. So
But
prove that it was my ball.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
That's the
that-
problem.
I know, but that becomes an ethical thing.
Well,
Whether you want
I
to be that
agree.
guy that does damage and leave, or if you break a window, or
So
Well, if I
hit
break a window,
No,
it's
the window.
different,
Yeah, there would have been a business card up front.
Yeah.
Hey, call me whenever. It's just, do we shut down the entire foursome to go out there and survey the place? I just don't know what the
I think
protocol
Lance
is.
did the right thing. He just kept moving. Nobody was hurt.
So NFL takeaway over the weekend, Shador Sanders, all the griping by the media last week wasn't Shador. It wasn't even Dion. It was just the media saying they're setting him up to fail. They're setting him up to fail. And we pondered on Friday, maybe they're setting him up to succeed. And they were playing a horrible team in Carolina who's got a horrible defense, who were not playing their starters on a horrible defense. So it was Shador against some bad backups of Carolina, and Shador looked dang good. 14 of 23, 138, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdown drives, 2 of them passing. My goodness, he looked good. Now, people are going to say, it's against the backups.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
You're playing with the backups.
Yeah, that's right.
I was blown away how good he looked. Again, I was on the wrong side of that game. I was on the wrong side of a lot of games this weekend. Disastrous week 1 of the preseason. We bounced back week 2.
Week 0 of the preseason was really good, though. You were undefeated
that's
that week.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. Shador, though, I mean, he did everything he needed to do in this game, and you got to think about the confidence he's going to come out with. So for Kevin Stefanski, this is a really, really good thing. For Cleveland Browns fans, this is a really good thing. I thought he would press. I thought he would struggle. I think this shows you kind of his mindset. He comes in there, chip on his shoulder, and played really, really well. Played as well as, there were 4 or 5 quarterbacks that really surprised me over the weekend. Some of these guys will be a non-factor, but Shador Sanders, coming up on 4 downs, has every opportunity to take this job this year.
If he played that way as a Browns fan, would you rather go with him than Flacco? I think I have.
Yes.
If that's just the level of play you get out of him, I mean, obviously he's going to improve or get worse. I don't think it's going to be that level.
It depends on whether you believe Colin Cowherd or not.
Oh, normally I don't.
I don't know
What
what
did
he
he
said.
say?
Cowherd on Friday says it's the worst kept secret in the South. Who's the owner of the Browns?
Jim Haslam.
Yeah, big Tennessee guy.
Yeah.
Can I guess? Jimbo Fisher.
Nope. Worst kept secret in the South, according to Colin Cowherd, is if the Browns could get a guaranteed quality quarterback like Arch Manning in the draft or some free agent, that Nick Saban would take a call from Jimmy Haslam.
Might take a call.
He might take a call. Cowher gets a lot of this stuff wrong, so I don't believe him.
I don't believe
He's got
that
a
at all.
pretty bad track record.
Well, if Saban ever coached again, I do believe it was in the NFL. I don't think.
I agree
I don't
with
think
you.
he'd do a college game again.
But I also don't know that he's going to come in with an unknown starter. Even Arch, if Arch tears it up, we've seen guys in the NFL tear it up.
And he had as much success as you can have as defense coordinator with the Cleveland Browns back in the day. I just don't see it. But, because at that point he'd be, 75 years old?
Yep.
That seems a little long in the tooth to restart your NFL career as a head coach. But Shedeur Sanders, back to your point, if I'm a Browns fan, it's more exciting. You're probably, with Joe Flacco, with Shedeur Sanders, it doesn't matter. You're not going to win the AFC North. If you believe Shedeur Sanders is your quarterback of the future, and the only way really to know that is to play him week in and week out, again, you've got as much draft equity as anybody in 2026. The thing they would love is get a steal late, much like the 49ers with Brock Purdy. Shedeur Sanders is your guy, and you've got multiple first-round picks that you don't have to use on a quarterback next
I'd
year.
rather just go with the future. Flacco's not my future. But if I play Flacco and he plays great, what do I get out of that? Am I going to make the playoffs?
Well, one season at a time.
I know, but I'm also, at some point, you got to move to the future. And if Sanders played like that as a Browns fan, I would say, let's see what he can do. But now he's got two more preseason games and then a season.
If I've got a good roster, I'm okay playing year to year on the quarterback carousel until because we did that with Tom Brady in Tampa, and it worked, and it was good the next year, and then it got a little worse, and then you moved on to Baker Mayfield.
Well, and that's what's going to happen. It's kind of, the Rams with Stafford, probably his last year, maybe 2 years. I'm counting on it kind of being the last year, and I'm with you. I kind of live in the moment. I watched a movie over the weekend. You guys might have seen it. I'm not an Adam Sandler guy, but Hustle. Have you guys ever seen this? He's a NBA scout.
Have you seen that before, or is it a different one that you totally... That has no gambling. It's got gambling in it, right?
No, that was Uncut Gems.
Okay, yeah.
No, Hustle, he's a scout for the 76ers. Anyway, Robert Duvall is the owner, and early in the movie, they're like, do you want to win now or do you want to build for the future? And Robert Duvall is basically a walking skeleton. He's like, I want to win now. So these owners and behind-the-scenes guys, Jerry Jones, he wants to win whenever, but he wants to win now because you're not given tomorrow.
That's exactly right. The rest of the NFL quarterbacks, good and bad, that LT was mentioning after he tells us about our friends at Woodhouse Day Spa.
Okay, so football season, if I get this correctly, we have the Ireland kickoff in 12 days.
That is correct.
Iowa State, Kansas State. You're going to be watching football all year, and you're going to be taking your Saturdays and Sundays. You want to send the wife or girlfriend something they're going to absolutely love, the gift of relaxation from Birmingham's best day spa, the Woodhouse Day Spa, located at the Summit Shopping Centers right off of Highway 280. You can let them choose from a menu of over 70 options, including the massages, body treatment, skincare, waxing, nail services. Woodhouse Day Spa, voted America's best day spa since 2009. Order that special person gift online 24/7, birmingham.woodhousespas.com, or stop in, see Stuart and that great staff. Tell them the next round sent you.
Okay, we'll break these down into good or really bad. It's always more interesting to go really bad, so let's go really bad first. Dolphins, Quinn Ewers.
Really bad is not even.
5 of 18, 91 yards. Somebody said it looked like he had been washed, tumble dried, and hung up.
Now he was skipping some passes yesterday.
Now it should be noted the Dolphins drafted him at the very end of the draft. This is a guy that he's not the backup. For those that aren't paying attention, Zach Wilson's the backup, and there's enough to worry about with him. But Quinn Ewers just trying to make an NFL roster.
Yeah,
that's all he's doing.
And the Dolphins could think of him as a steal if he was to make that roster. Yeah. Your kicker, Jason Sanders, so good, such a powerful leg, but just completely broke my heart yesterday with a 56-yarder.
Yeah.
Barely squeezed in there to get the cover for the Dolphins. That was terrible quarterback play on both sides, though.
You're just overall?
Yeah,
Tua was okay.
Bajan is not good. Tua only played one series.
Tua played one series, and he
really
was fine.
Surprised he was out there.
I am too. He had to lobby to get on the field, according to the television broadcast, and I was surprised he played. because Waddle and Hill didn't play. I mean, you don't even start your top-line receivers with them. At least at Cincinnati, you start Burrow, but you're also starting Chase, right, so that they can get some rhythm. You didn't have Hill or Waddle out there playing.
I think Ollie Gordon, by the way, is going to be good in that system.
I like it,
Yeah. J.J. McCarthy, 4 of 730. They didn't look at him a lot, but he's 4 of 730, but he's getting reviews so far.
Is he maybe the one, I don't even know how to phrase this, I was going to say most important player in football this year, just based on the fact that was
or not contender?
Well, 14-win team last year with Sam Darnold. It's a quarterback-friendly system. You've got a really good defense. You've got arguably the best receiver in football. I mean, if he just plays okay, Minnesota's going to be a playoff team.
Jackson Dart with the Giants, he's not going to be QB1. They're going to go Russell Wilson. 12 of 19, 154 touchdown. I thought he looked fine as a QB2.
I think Jackson Dart, because Brian Dable is in one of these situations where he's got to win this year, I think, you get Russell Wilson to come over, a guy that's played multiple Super Bowls, has won a Super Bowl championship, but much like Shedeur, I think Jackson Dart is going to maybe start the majority of the games this year for the Giants.
Saints look really bad, man. Tyler Shuck, though, he threw a pick 6, but he threw a really good 54-yard touchdown. He was sort of lukewarm.
He was back and forth, yes. He touchdown both ways. The pick 6 was just an absolutely awful throw. I don't think Shuck's going to be very good, but you don't have a really good option with Spencer Rattler.
I don't think we're surprised at this, though, that Shuck's not going to be very good.
We just don't think the Saints are going to be
That's
very
right.
good.
I mean, I think the whole team's going to suck.
And then, Brownie, there's Cam Ward, who work ethic and everything about this guy that you hear from Nashville is really good with the Titans. He was 5 of 8, 87 yards, and 3 of those receptions was to former Alabama receiver Calvin Ridley. They've sort of got a kismet going.
Yeah, it looks like Calvin Ridley is obviously his go-to guy early in camp, and I mean, that's a good veteran receiver to have. Calvin Ridley obviously had the time he had to sit out of the NFL, but this guy's been a good, solid NFL receiver. I mean, Ward looked good. Again, it's the first preseason game. I don't know how much you could take away from this unless guys are really bad like yours, but I thought Ward looked pretty good.
Have we changed the name to Cameron now? Everybody's
going.
Everybody's rolling with Cameron.
Oh, I had not heard that.
Yeah.
Well, I used to always think Tyson was Bagent, but they were the Browns.
It's Bagent.
It's Bagent, and it was the Browns telecast that was doing the game, not the Dolphins. So I'm assuming they're going to get their guy right. I always called him Tyson Bagent, but it's Bagent.
Well, I mean, you guys were on vacation. We talked about it. Forrester, who was the guy that? Oh, it's your guy. It's Bajan.
Oh, it's not Bijan anymore?
Bajan. He says we mispronounced it his entire career.
Well, that's like Marcel Darius did, and he didn't correct us till he got to the NFL.
Yeah, you got to correct us earlier, or we're
I still like Bijan so much more, so I'm sticking with it.
It's mustard.
Bijan.
I never call it Dijon mustard. I call it Dijon.
And Forrester, if you have the first overall pick in our fantasy draft, are you taking Bijan?
Bijan.
I actually did a mock draft last night, and I took Jamar Chase.
Oh,
wow.
I think there's a pretty good gap between
big things from the Bengals for you.
Him and the next best wide receiver.
Oh, so you had number 1 overall.
Yeah, I did a mock with the number 1.
He's just getting loosened up.
Okay.
I did a mock, and of course, when I'm doing a mock
just
by
a little
myself,
long toss in the backyard.
That's right. You get loosened up.
Yeah.
Not true. Sometimes I do a mock, with pick 9 or something like that, which is not where I want to be.
Never. Happy birthday to Debbie Forrester yesterday, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, Debbie.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
There you go. There you go.
Call her and tell her, Scott.
Just in case you didn't get her anything, send her that clip that you wish her a happy birthday. And before we get off of this and get to the viewing menu, Cam Little from Arkansas kicked a 70-yard field goal. Liam Cohen said, it's preseason right there.
It's a
take
freaking
a shot.
bomb, though.
Yeah, that's 40-yard line on the wrong side of the 50.
That's right, yeah.
You place it down, and he drilled it. Would have been good for 74.
Yeah.
Whatever you say as an announcer.
It had room to clear.
Whatever you say as an announcer.
Yeah.
It doesn't count as a record because it's preseason. The record is 66 yards by Justin Tucker, 2021. Do you guys... The college record is 69 yards.
Are you kidding me?
Abilene Christian, 1976.
So that was off a tee then, right?
Yeah. Ove Johansson, a Swede. Abilene Christian against North Texas, I believe, in a non-major college football game. Do you know the record still for major college football?
Major college football, I think it is either Jason Hansen or Martin Gramatica. think it's Grammatica, and it's 62.
Grammatica is the most recent to kick a long one. I think it was 1998 for him.
Is he at South Florida? Did he play South Florida?
No, Kansas State.
Kansas State, okay.
But nowhere close.
Kevin Butler?
Still 67 yards. Russell Erkslaven and Steve Little, both in 1977.
Again, off a tee. So,
off a big black block of tee.
I think we'd need to know which is the longest off the ground. You'd have to, differentiate.
I think by the time we got to Grammatica, I think that was off
ground.
ground in 98. I'm not sure.
I mean, Cam Little, and, this is a guy SEC fans remember at Arkansas. This is not a fluke. He was incredible his rookie year. He might end up being, now that, the torch has been passed from Justin Tucker, he might end up being your best kicker in the NFL. The way he kicked last year, nobody knew it because he was kicking for Jacksonville. I wonder if Liam Cohen is going to be more like Brandon Staley with taking all these risks. You remember, they never worked out for Staley at the Chargers.
Yeah.
And you just wonder if Liam Cohen in game situations is going to roll out somebody and, Cam Little's going to try a 70-yarder, gets blocked for a touchdown. I mean, that's the kind of stuff I could see Liam Cohen doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Was it just 2 football seasons ago that Liam Cohen was coming back to be the OC at Kentucky? Mm-hmm. And we were, after spending...
he was at the Rams.
It was the Rams, Kentucky, back to the Rams, back to Kentucky.
Yeah, and it was going to fix Mark Stoops' offense finally. And then what happened?
He didn't.
It didn't.
But he had Will Levis, but he didn't.
Yeah, got Will Levis drafted somehow. I don't know how. Yeah.
And then he went to... down to Tampa for 1 year.
That's right.
And now he's the coach of the NFL. That seems to be an odd...
Well, your boy,
ride for him.
your boy Baker Mayfield made him look like a genius. That's the only time he's ever looked great.
Back-to-back years.
I
Baker
know.
Mayfield has taken the Tampa Bay offensive coordinator and sent him to head coaching jobs at Carolina and Jacksonville. Now, they're jobs I wouldn't want, even as a sportscaster. Carolina and Jacksonville. All right, that gets us to our viewing menu today. Before we tell you about Michelson, Brownie, tell us about A+ and how they changed the way your and LT's house looks.
Yeah, A+ is the group that redid the master bath in my house. They redid the kitchen in Lance's house. When it came time to redo our master bath, my wife Jennifer scoured the internet, really did her homework, talking to certain contractors, people that had used contractors, read a ton of reviews. She did her homework, is what I'm telling you. And she came away with my guy, Brad Bell. If you are looking to update your house, especially as it comes to your master bath, your kitchen, or your master bedroom closets, that's what he specializes in. Now, the reason I point those out is because you're going to enjoy them when you have your home, and you go to sell your home, you're going to get some of your money back on this. You can see more before and afters, alabamabathremodels.com, alabamabathremodels.com. Brad Bell, 205-422-1758, or alabamabathremodels.com.
Hey, if you wear the glasses or contacts, talk about it all the time, you are wasting your money each and every year on this. Make the phone call that I made back in 2003, Michelson Laser Vision, 205-969-8100. Ask for Amy. Tell her the next round sent you. They are going to hook you up with a hassle-free consultation. Dr. Mark Michelson, Dr. Jen Michelson, best in the business. I had the 2200 vision. I was legally blind without the aid of contacts. Now 2015 vision, better than 2020. 205-969-8100 or michelsonlaservision.com.
So starting off tonight at 7 p.m. on the AMC channel, you've got a John Candy double feature. You can watch Uncle Buck and then The Great Outdoors immediately after. So
those are for my adolescence there. I like John Candy. I always laughed at him.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles probably my favorite, but I like both of those. Yeah. I like Summer Rental. John Candy just seemed like a great guy and so funny, and taken away way too early from us.
Canadian?
Yep. Canadian.
Yeah, he was Canadian, yep.
One of Tim's favorites is Summer Rental, and I had never heard of that.
That's a good one, too.
Did you watch it?
I have not seen it.
Oh, you need to see it. Yeah, it's good.
Alrighty. And then at 7 p.m. on FX, if you want something a lot different than a John Candy movie, you can watch Prey. I still haven't seen this, but it's in the Predator series.
So good.
But it's the Comanche warriors protecting their tribe from the Predator, and I will definitely be watching that tonight.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't seen this, because it is, it might in some ways, well, I don't want to say it's better than the original Predator. It's better than any of the other ones, though.
Well,
so this is a timepiece back when they roamed the West and...
Yeah, it shows you that the Predator is,
been around
timeless.
For a long time.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yep. I haven't gotten around to it because it's pretty much only on Hulu, and I don't have Hulu. That's like the one streaming service I don't have. That and Disney Plus. So now that they're showing it on TV, I can watch it.
You can bundle it together.
Yeah, it's called Howdy. Oh, which one's Hulu, Disney? No, wait a minute. Howdy is Roku and Hulu, I think.
Yeah.
We got so
I got to get that app where it tells you what you're spending on.
I'm with you. I got them all, I think.
Hulu, Disney, and ESPN bundles together.
Yes, and we're actually losing the Hulu app starting next year, I believe. Disney's buying them out. So if you're a Hulu subscriber, you will now be a Disney Plus subscriber.
I am trying to go see Weapons tonight. I was unable to do it over the weekend. I haven't heard a lot of talk about it. So I've kind of sheltered myself.
You saw it, right?
I did. I'm planning on seeing it again tonight.
Of course.
There's.
Do you have a problem like movie comprehension? Do you have to see things twice? Because I have that reading. I have to read things twice. You need to see them twice.
That means you're not interested in it.
Yeah. Well, some of the movies he sees.
There's some movies where I want to dig in deeper and catch stuff that I didn't catch the first time. And then the other side of it is I have 4 slots that I can use every week with my membership. So I might as well use them.
You may as well. Use them or lose them, Tyler.
Sometimes I have to rewatch, like a PSA here. Do not watch The Life of Chuck on an edible. It doesn't match well. It doesn't pair.
Okay. No Life of Chuck on an edible.
No. Have you seen it?
That movie was terrible without one.
Okay. Well, maybe
Tyler
that was
needs
it.
Tyler
Because,
wants
at the beginning I was like, oh, this is interesting. And I'm like, damn, what the hell just happened?
It just keeps going, and it's never satisfying at any point.
Okay.
The edible or The Life of Chuck?
The Life of Chuck.
Okay. They filmed that in Fairhope. Did you know that?
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, that's what. So my older brother and my nieces were in town, and they're from Spanish Fort, and he's like, hey, let's just put this on. And so I put it on, and yeah.
Jack Quaid was in a movie that was shot here in Birmingham.
Oh, yeah.
I forget the name of it, though. I heard about that. So it's not very helpful.
That is what Tyler is watching tonight, brought to you by our friends at Michelson. When we come back, the one and only Marty Smith, who's been doing a lot of wonderful things, as he always has. I don't know why I'm doing the White House briefing right now. He's been doing a lot of wonderful things, as he always does.
You'll love
Just
them.
big things, really good. We'll hear from Marty Smith next.
Everything Next Round is on demand now in the podcast section at nextroundlive.com.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, company truck accident, car accident, or work-related accident? Call Alabama's largest personal injury firm. Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys will fight for every dollar you deserve, and it won't cost you a dime. Trust me. What do you say, man?
Call me, Alabama.
Call 659-777-7777 or go to shinara.com.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
Storm season is here. Make sure you have a plan of action in place right now. Greg from Pell City and Storm Restoration Roofing should be your first call when storms hit. Insurance companies love working with Storm Restoration Roofing because of Greg Nelson's name and reputation in the industry. When storms hit, call Greg Nelson. He's local, 205-542-3531. He's the home of the free no-cost roof inspection. Greg from Pell City on Facebook, 205-542-3531. It's Storm Restoration Roofing.
Hey friends, if you're looking to expand your business and inform the Next Round audience about your exciting brand, contact us at sales@nextroundlive.com to be part of the team and advertise your product to hundreds of thousands of potential consumers on our ever-expanding platform. Let the Next Round help take your business to the next level. Get more information by emailing us at sales@nextroundlive.com, and one of our team members will work with you to build a plan to take your business to the next level with the Next Round.
What are you waiting for? It's non-stop gaming action at Birmingham Racecourse Casino. Come play more than 900 of the latest and greatest games around, featuring fun bonuses and big jackpots. You can wager and win on horse and greyhound races from all over the world. There are more ways to win at Birmingham Racecourse Casino. Birmingham Racecourse Casino, located off I-459, exit 31, Derby Parkway. Must be 21 or older.
Excitement awaits at Barber Motorsports Park for the UAB Medicine GT World Alabama Benefiting Teal Wings of Hope, September 5th through 7th. Witness some of the most iconic sports cars like Lamborghini, McLaren, and Ferrari battle it out on the track. Enjoy the beer gardens, food trucks, kids zone, garage, and more. The UAB Medicine GT World Alabama. Kids 15 and under get in free. Get your tickets today.
Man, I love a good meal. I'm Jim Dunaway. A good meal is what you get with my friend Sterling at Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster. We're talking great southern fried chicken, wonderful sides, hand-cut chicken fingers, po' boys, and those Mississippi Delta recipe tamales. You got a perfect menu for everybody. Champy's Chicken is perfect for watching the big game or taking a meal to the lake house, down to the coast, or stay in the restaurant and dine in a great atmosphere. It's all made fresh to order right there on 119 in Alabaster, Champy's Chicken. Follow Next Round Live on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. The social media team at Next Round Live is dedicated to giving you daily news conferences and practice video from UAB, Alabama, Auburn, and around college football. Follow and compare to the sites you used to visit. You'll also get the latest highlights and news from the Next Round Daily Show. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss a thing. Follow Next Round Live on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. See more at nextroundlive.com.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between two warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown. Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the Next Round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
Last time we talked to Marty, SEC Media Days, I bragged about his Gentleman Start Your Engines at a road course in Sonoma. Since then, he and McGee were at Bristol for the Braves baseball game, and they did a walking NASCAR memory tour of the track. This happened here. Tony Stewart threw his helmet here. Just really amazing television. That reminded me of how great NASCAR was at that moment in history. That race at Bristol when it was on at nighttime. Not that I don't love NASCAR now, but there was that seemed to be peak for me at that moment in time. Those memories from Bristol back then. This next guy, man, he's got talent.
Oh, he does.
Got
we love us some
He's
Marty.
going to make it in this business.
Yeah, I think so one day. Marty Smith with us, ESPN. What is up, Marty? What a heck of an intro from Dunaway. I can't say any more than that.
Well, I'm glad that I, for the first time in my adult life, was punctual and got here a little early so that I could hear that Gone with the Wind soliloquy that he offered right before you guys went to break. And I have a couple of other observations, if I may.
Sure.
You can't hide money when you have a Champy's and Bojangles advertisement in the same rip of advertising.
Yeah. Glad you pointed this out.
Yeah. That is when you have more money than you could ever imagine spending. I can't wait to go to a golf trip with you guys on your private jet. From the FBO at Shuttlesworth Airport.
Did you know what an FBO was 10 years ago?
I did, but only because of Jimmy. Look, the greatest misconception about ESPN is that we fly private. When we're in airports, which, I'm in an airport almost every day, people are like, man, what are you doing here, man? It's crazy to see you here flying with the normal people. I'm like, I'm concierge key on American Airlines. I fly on commercial airplanes every day, and private jets just aren't part of the package unless I happen to be with one of my friends of acclaim who has that opportunity and offers it to me.
Yeah, unfortunately, that will never be us. But
we don't have
if
friends of acclaim.
we go that route, you are more than welcome. True or false? So, have you ever funneled a beer at Bristol?
100 million of them. Man, what a bummer. What Dunaway was talking about, that Braves-Reds experience. What a bummer, man. Such a phenomenal idea and so much hard work went into making this such a beautiful spectacle. And it was. I mean, McGee and I were there for 2 full days and really did our best to bring that home and show what it was and chronicle that hard work and the fact that they took out 300 feet of the pit wall and knocked down the Goodyear building and took out all the lighting in 1 and 2 in order to make that power alley in right field fit. 17,000 1,000 tons of gravel in order to level the field. I could go on. And then Mother Nature just flew the double-barreled bird at them.
Yeah.
And it was just, I hate it for everybody involved, man, because it would have been an amazing spectacle. There was nothing else on TV that night.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I would tell you that as that rain delay was happening, I started thinking in my career, sad moments because of rain that I've been at. And I instantly went back to Michael Waltrip, Daytona 500. Am I remembering this right? The second one he won
2003
was rain, right? That I remember him setting out almost in the rain, watching it rain. He looked almost sad that he wasn't going to be able to go win the race, that he had to sit and watch it, right?
Well, it's funny how that works in NASCAR. When you win in the rain, it counts the same.
Yeah.
When you look at the tablature at the end of a career, that win counts just as much as anything that you won with outright speed. But in the garage, there's this weird lack of the same weight. Not that the win is disparaged or discounted, because a lot of superstars have won very important races that way. But you want to go win it with speed, under green, in the sunshine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
I remember being local TV guy that walked out in the rain. He's got that umbrella setting up on something. I forget what he's setting on pit road, and I was getting the shot with the rain hitting the lens, and coming down. And I was like, God, he sort of looks like he wants to get back out there and race.
Well, I mean, but who's got a more legitimate win? Derek Cope, who just happened to be behind Dale Earnhardt when he ran out of gas, or Michael Waltrip, who's leading when the rain hits? I mean, if you want to start tearing them all apart, you can probably tear up a lot of wins.
Yeah, I mean, you could dismantle hundreds of wins over the years, but the drivers who have them, they ain't worried about it.
They ain't giving them back. All right, so we got two things we want to promote with Marty. First of all, tonight, talking season, he and McGee with all the SEC coaches and players. It's going to be on the SEC Network tonight and tomorrow night, starting at 7 o'clock Central Time tonight, so you can see a two-part Marty and McGee talking season. And he also did a great piece on Scott Cochran. We'll get to that at the end. Let's do talking season first. The person you came away from talking season most impressed with, ours last year was Quinn Ewers. Quinn Ewers did the show. We were blown away with the guy. Was there somebody, coach or player, you came away like, man, that guy, he kind of blew me away?
I would say Kiff.
Really?
I would. The conversation that we had with him was so deep and personal about his dad and it being the year anniversary of him losing his father, the great Monty Kiffin, and the lessons learned. And the thing that really stood out to me most, guys, was I actually said to Lane, and I can't remember if this had already happened when I spoke with you guys at Media Days, so forgive me if I'm being redundant. I hope I'm not. But I actually congratulated him on his chase of sobriety, on his focus on sobriety. And I know that's a weird thing for an interviewer to say, but I do believe that he deserves admiration for that, because it's hard to do. It's hard to do. And his response to me really stopped time for me. And that was, I am so grateful that I took that step. And the number one reason why is that my father got to see the best version of his son before he died.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And so when you hear somebody like Lane, who has such a funny sense of humor and is such a ball buster, to really strip himself that way and share that kind of insight and vulnerability, man, that stuff matters to me. That's the thing that's the most fulfilling to me, is to earn someone's trust to the degree that they will share those things. So I would say him, but that's the kind of conversations we're fortunate enough to have there. I always enjoy talking to Steve Sarkisian. Hugh Freeze is always such an interesting study to me, as he tries to get Auburn back to where they want to be. But yeah, I would say him. And from a player perspective, it was probably Garrett Nussmeier. Him saying to us, I didn't want to watch someone else lead LSU to a national championship, I thought was a hell of a thing to say.
Well, back to Lane Kiffin real quick. Marty, the first time I ever met him, 2009 SEC Media Days in Hoover, when he was the one and done at Tennessee. I thought he was kind of overwhelmed, kind of timid. It was a weird Lane Kiffin, and then you see him grow. And as you said, he's such a jokester. I've been kind of hard on Kiffin. He's a hell of a coach, no doubt about it. But you could see this maturity. I think part of it was the sobriety. But my question, how different is this Lane Kiffin? And sobriety stripped away. I'm just talking about the maturity, the evolution of Lane Kiffin, the man, from when you first met him to where he is right now.
I actually think those things are inextricably linked, Lance. I think that his decision to do this, like, man, I like a cold beer. I like some brown water. I like to sit in the evening and have a glass of wine with Laney. And to be someone like that and take that step to go, look, in order to have the mental clarity that I think I need, it actually started, he talked to me about this in Sideline CEO. He saw a photograph of himself after the Outback Bowl. And I don't remember the year, forgive me, maybe 21. I'm not positive on the year there. But he said he was so fat, he looked like one of those anaconda snakes that had eaten something and it was stuck in the throat. And he made the decision right there, I have to make change. And he cut out sugar and he cut out red meat and he made this overwhelming 180-degree dietary shift. Started to lose weight, started to feel better, didn't have to take as many medicines in order to manage this or that. And so suddenly he's seeing the benefits of this decision. And then Matt Corral, I think it was a 22 season. I forgive my dates if they're wrong, but Matt Corral came to him and said, I see this clarity that you have. I want to challenge you that we stay sober during the season. And Lane was like, well, that's easy. I've been doing this 8 or 9 months already. This is nothing different for me. So Matt Corral took that step. And Matt Corral had a Heisman caliber season that year. And he found this tremendous ability to be present and mental clarity. So I'm not preaching to anybody. I'm just saying that it's something that I have considered personally doing because I have had multiple conversations with Lane about this. Now, I'm not saying I'm cutting it all the way off. I'm saying I'd like to do it for a little while and just kind of see what the difference in my life was.
Yeah. Over your right shoulder, the plastic's still on those, right?
He's talking
Over
about the
my
bourbon.
right shoulder.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the plastic's still on.
Got the plastic still on them. All right.
It is a struggle, Marty. I went 41 days this year and felt so much better.
That looks pretty good right there.
But, boy, it is hard to give up in social situations because I'm right there with you, man. I love the brown water, I love a cold beer, and I love red wine.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, it's I was thinking about it the other day, honestly. When you're in our business, and this is a general statement, it's certainly not everybody. We leave work, whatever day it is, we go to dinners and we sit down and we have a couple cocktails together and talk about the day and whatnot. And I love that. I mean, I love that fellowship and I love the experience of that with my friends or my wife or whomever it may be. And so for me personally, it would be quite a shift to do that. But I am strongly considering it, and forgive me if you can hear my dogs. I don't know what they're raising.
We cannot, and we love dogs.
FedEx, man.
I will tell you how little I drink, and I love it socially too, but I play golf all the time, and yesterday I popped a cold one, nice Mick Ultra right there on the tee box, number 1, and my group who drinks heavily looked at me and said, "Are you okay?" That I was having a beer on the golf course. I drink so little on the golf course. They were like, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Just wanted a beer to start the day off." 2:00 tee time on a Sunday. It was 88 degrees. I said, "It just feels like it." So it was my only one. Marty Smith's with us talking a lot of things. Sark's had his own issues, and now he's got the number 1 team in the coaches poll. We'll know in 45 minutes if he has the number 1 team in the AP poll going on the road as an underdog, first time number 1 on the road. How's he handling life? It's different for him now. He's having success, but there's more pressure. They want him to win a national championship. How's he handling life?
It seems to be incredibly well. And again, somebody else who had his own journey to sobriety and clarity in that way. And obviously, he is very vulnerable and open and honest about that too. But the thing about him, and just from a football perspective, I think he's the most brilliant offensive mind in the way of getting his very talented, fast, skilled guys the ball in space. And
agreed.
I just marvel at it. If you go back and watch the 2020 National Championship game, for the fact that he was able to get Devontae Smith one-on-one with Tough Borland in the middle of the football field in Miami, Florida, 15 yards wide open, you just marvel at it. Anyway, he has so many dudes. There's so much depth. I don't remember this type of hysteria that is surrounding Arch. I don't know, maybe since Johnny Manziel, probably since him, but maybe Tebow even. And it's going to be that way. That's how this season's going to go. And if you ask Archie, according to reports, maybe the next two. But I don't know that Arch could have a better guy to help him navigate this. Obviously, his familial infrastructure is vast and deep, very powerful in that capacity, but I think that Sark is just the best. I'm very, 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 very high on them. Obviously, many are. I'm really high on Ohio State. They haven't announced their quarterback yet, so that's interesting. I think LSU is going to be really good as long as they can keep Nussmeier healthy, and he continues to grow. Georgia people are sleeping on. Bama people are sleeping on. They're both going to be really good too. League's going to be hard as hell per usual.
Yeah, ESPN's Marty Smith with us on the Alexander Shinora Trial Attorneys Hotline. And just outside the league and not too far from where you live, that Clemson team's good too. I mean,
they're going to be a real problem.
Yeah.
Everybody looks at Cade Klubnik, who is the Bobby Hurley of college football. This will be his 17th season in Clemson, South Carolina. His development obviously is vital. He seems to be uber confident. I thought he was better last year. I think there's another step he can take, and I expect him to do that. It's interesting, isn't it, that Dabo took all of this grief and all of this heat about his reaction to the transfer portal and that they were going to be a developmental program, and here he is with, in many eyes, the best team in the country. Defensive line, they're just stupid good. They're stupid good. They're going to be really, really good in a league that there's just not a lot of beasts.
Back to Alabama, I agree with you. I think people are sleeping on him. I'm a huge DeBoer fan. I don't want to call him boring, but when you sat down with DeBoer from year one to where he is in year two, how much more comfortable, how much more ownership from DeBoer? What jumped out for you?
I think way more comfortable. I think that he admittedly thought he knew what that job was going to be. He'd had big jobs before. He'd taken teams to national championship games at Washington. But I don't think you can know what being the head coach at the University of Alabama is until you're that person, especially following the greatest to ever do it. And I thought he managed that so well last year. I do. I think a lot of people are really impulsively emotional when they get questioned, and he was questioned often last year. I know that there is room for growth, and so I have incredibly high expectations. I'm a huge fan of him as a man, as a person, but I think he's a damn great football coach too. And I think that program is in great hands with him.
On this same set right here, Lauren Sisler of ESPN and I did a addiction special, and one of the guests that jumped on live with us was Scott Cochran, talking about battling some demons. And he's in coaching now as a head coach, but he talked about where he had fallen and that had him take a pause of his professional career. As you spent time with Scott Cochran for your piece, what man did you find there compared to the man you used to see in Tuscaloosa with Nick Saban?
A humbled man, a man who had, in his words, been incredibly comfortable in the bright lights of major college football and his name among college football hardcore fans was a household one because he was the most famous strength and conditioning guy ever. And in the darkness of solitude, which was the way that I wrote it in my social media post, those are not his words, but I felt like a fraud are his words. He felt like here he was charged by Nick Saban to walk these young men through difficult mental and emotional situations, and he would do that brilliantly. And then here he was hiding his own. And so he was addicted to Oxycontin initially. So people may not know his story. All the way back to 2012 and 13, he was having these debilitating migraine headaches in his temple area from screaming and yelling so much. Screaming and yelling was his brand. Screaming and yelling was his life. And the way he phrased it to me was when the doctor was like, well, just stop screaming and yelling. Yeah, doc, quit breathing. It's the same thing. And so ultimately he was prescribed a couple of different over-the-counter medicines, then Vicodin, which he was strongly warned this can be addictive. And then Vicodin didn't work, so they went to Oxycontin. And that's when he got hooked. And he was hooked for a long, long time and hid it for a long, long time. Hid it from all the coaches and players at Alabama, at Georgia, until he could hide it no more. And to the point where he told me he was up to 50 pills a day at one point at the height of his addiction. And so now he told me last night, I confirmed a couple things with him last evening. He told me he is nearly 19 months clean now. He is now the head coach at West Alabama in Livingston, and feels like this is a new calling for him. And again, that transparency and that vulnerability, I can tell you, I don't spend a lot of time looking at social media responses. I kind of post and leave. But I went and looked today, and across the 3 platforms that I posted that story myself, this didn't include ESPN's posts and reach, hundreds and hundreds of thousands of views and dozens and dozens and maybe hundreds, I don't know, of responses of people who are going through this or know someone, a family member, a friend who've gone through this. And it is, I mean, I'm from Appalachia. I have seen what it's done to the region in which I grew up. Any of y'all who've watched Dope Sick, any of y'all who've watched any of those documentaries about Purdue, you know what it did to Appalachia where I'm from. And so it had its clutches in Scott. He went to Heron Wellness. Y'all remember Chris Heron, the great basketball player who himself went through an addiction. And he has a place in Seekonk, Massachusetts that Cochran went to. And he got himself clean. And now he has a new opportunity and is so full of gratitude for that. And I thought it was really cool of the folks at West Alabama to go, yeah, we know your story. And we think you can benefit our kids. And I just took a lot of guts to make that hire.
It did. I think a lot of people are pulling for him. Just because of that and how upfront he's been. He came on this show shortly after he got the job, and he looked like a different person. So, yeah, he
has clarity.
Yeah.
Like his eyes are so clear, man.
Yep, you could tell just by looking at him. All right, so Marty has shared that on social media. It's a SportsCenter piece. I think it's about 9 minutes long, as I remember it. So it is there. It is well worth the watch. He mentioned what jumped out at me: the 50 pills a day. When he said that, I was stunned. 50 pills a day is crazy. But it is on all of Marty's social media. You can go see it there. And also Talking Season tonight, SEC Network with Marty and Ryan McGee. Marty, it is always a pleasure, my friend. Great talking with you again.
Love you, boys.
All right,
great
buddy,
to
love
spend time with you.
Yep.
Have a great week.
Yeah, you too. We'll see you soon. Marty with us on the Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys Hotline.
I mean, 50 pills.
I was blown away by that.
So when you get a typical prescription, what, into like 30, 40 pills?
Yeah, so you're going 2 an hour at that time.
I mean, and how do you even get access to that?
No, that's it. You have
pill mills, right?
Yeah, you have people that are helping you at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, go read Lauren's book, Lauren Sisler. My wife read that almost in one sitting, and she was blown away by that book.
Well, you would
and
just
it's
think
about the same thing.
The liver would shut down.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of it. Great content there with Marty. You can go watch it. We're sending it out from our platforms as well. The show being brought to you today by a couple of great folks. One of them is our friends at Hemphill. They bring you Lance's Lock every day. Tell us about Hemphill, LT.
Yeah, again, disastrous weekend in preseason. Baseball, we continue to cook. Got to bounce back next weekend. NFL preseason is always brought to you. Free play every single day. By the way, at lanceslock.com. Always brought to you by our friends at Hemphill Services. Trust the name. Birmingham has trusted since 1954 for all of your plumbing, heating, and cooling issues. Any of these arise in your home or business, they are ready to serve you. 205-229-2090. Hard to stop a train. For more information, hemphillservices.com.
And if you want a great-looking pair of durable sunglasses, great for the lake, great for the beach, great for the river, great for the pool, great for the golf course, hunting, fishing, Breakline Optics, the place to go. These are polarized Trivex molded lenses. What that means to you in short terms, you can't break them, man. You can hammer these things with a hammer. We've tried it, and you can't break them. That's what you get at Breakline Optics. They look great. They fit great. They're lightweight, men's and women's. If you just love being outdoors, these are outdoorsmen that have made this company and made these glasses. They're also local people. It's a national company, but they're based right here in Birmingham. You can see more at BreaklineOptics.com, BreaklineOptics.com. While you're there, check out the mystery box. See if they've got any of those left. I know they were running low. You guys have responded well to that. With that mystery box, $89 gets you more than $200 of Breakline sunglasses and other Breakline items. So you go get that mystery box right there at BreaklineOptics.com, BreaklineOptics.com.
Call the next round now at 205-734-0923.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, company truck accident, car accident, or work-related accident? Call Alabama's largest personal injury firm. Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys will fight for every dollar you deserve, and it won't cost you a dime. Trust me. What do you say, man?
Call me, Alabama.
Call 659-777-7777 or go to Shinara.com.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
Hey, for all of your IT and printing needs, reach out to our friends at Xerox Business Solutions. Look, I'm still one of those old school guys. I print my notes every single day for the show. If you watch the show here on the next round, you see all the notes in front of me. From day one, Xerox Business Solutions, they've been with us here at the next round. Local for over 45 years. For all of your IT and printing needs, visit XeroxBusinessSolutions.com or call 205-969-3000. That's 205-969-3000.
Remember the name Way to Wellness if you're battling weight loss in your life. I'm Jim Dunaway from the next round. There was a time I was over 216 pounds until Way to Wellness helped me lose 45 pounds, and now for over 2 years, they've helped me keep that weight off. Here's their website, aplanforme.com, aplanforme.com. That's a great name for a website because there's no cookie-cutter plan. Everything is designed specifically for you. No contract, no sign-up fees, and your first consultation is free at Way to Wellness.
Looking to expand your business? Let the Next Round help you. Contact us, sales@nextroundlive.com, and be part of the team. Advertise your product to hundreds of thousands of potential customers on our ever-expanding platforms. The Next Round can take your business to the next level. Join our existing partners in the fastest-growing media space, both live and on demand, while reaching the most desirable audience for your business. Get more information by emailing sales@nextroundlive.com, and one of our team members will work with you to build a plan to take your business to the next level using the Next Round.
Hey, let me tell you about our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama. Compassionate and comprehensive urological care with 35 physicians, 17 locations across Alabama. Their patient-centered approach to all of your urological needs. Remember, they've got that new men's health center. It is beautiful, helping men with a wide range of sensitive male issues in a comfortable environment. You can always go online, visit urologycentersalabama.com, schedule an appointment with one of their many urologists today. Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemphill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemphill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemphill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemp Hill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090.
Just because you've quit going to the gym, it doesn't mean that you have to quit gym altogether. Dunaway, that is. With our Next Round podcasts open 24/7, 365, you can access gym anytime you'd like. While you may have done away with your treadmill routine, our version of Dunaway is standing by, ready to get you back to your absolute best. Find all that lovely Jimmy D-led content on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and in the podcast section of nextroundlive.com. This message is sponsored by Jimmy Crypto Inc. and Jimmy Crypto for President.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between two warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Back with you on the next round. Our friends at Boiling and Bragging kicks off the football season. We're 12 days away from week 0, 19 days away from that first full Saturday. So close to the main part of the football season, and no better way to kick it off here locally than Boiling and Bragging.
Yeah, I've got like stages and layers. It's like football season. I know it's really close. We get to SEC Media Days. Then the NFL preseason, then Bowling and Bragging, because right after that, the very next week is always week 0. But mark your calendars. First college tailgate party of the season is coming up this Saturday night, August 16th from 6 to 8:30 in Crestline Village. Bowling and Bragging right near the O'Neill Library in Mountain Brook. This annual event benefits the critical care transport team at Children's of Alabama. For more information, visit bowlingandbragging.org. Children's games, live music, tailgates from different SEC teams. It's just a lot of fun. So doesn't matter. Rain or shine, we will be out there this Saturday from 6 to 8:30, Crestline Village. For more information, bowlingandbragging.org.
K-State holding is a 4-point favorite in that game, by the way, at mybookie.ag. To show you how far Stanford has fallen on that same night, down on the island, Stanford's a 2-point dog at Hawaii. I mean, that Hawaii program is not great.
No.
And Stanford's an underdog at Hawaii. That's pretty bad. Oh, yeah. Done away with a Frank Reich's first game, Jimmy D. You think he can coach college?
I'll take Stanford in that one.
Plus the 2?
I don't know. I'll tell you, the K-State number to be out to 4 is
all the way up to 4.
It's kind of a large number for a team at Iowa State that played for Big 12 championship.
Yeah, I don't want an upset. I don't want to blow out in that game.
In which one? In K-State, Iowa State?
Yeah, I don't think you will get one.
Boy, last year that was such a fun game to watch.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, while you're talking about these weird games, it's on the NCAA.com website. I don't see who wrote it. Oh, Stan Becton wrote this back a few days ago. Possible FCS upsets of FBS teams. The only one that really jumps out to me, I mean, week 2, he's got Jackson State beating Southern Miss.
Oof. Bad start for Charles Huff there.
Yeah, after battling in-state Mississippi State to turn around and lose to SWAC Jackson State in town. And what was another?
I haven't really followed Jackson State since Dion left, but that traditionally has not been a great well, I say traditionally, it's actually a good program, but of recent years was a bad program before Dion got there. I don't know if they've managed to hold on to any of that or what.
But Matt Campbell got the big, long contract, right?
Mm-hmm.
New extension, not a ton of money, but more extension, coming off a really good year where he played for a Big 12 championship. Plays Kansas State in the opener in Dublin, week 0.
Don't tell me North Dakota State.
Wait a second. Don't get ahead. Plays Kansas State across in Ireland, week 0. Could lose that game.
Sure.
To Kansas State.
Yeah.
Comes back and just happens to play in week 1, short week, South Dakota.
Now, that's not South Dakota State. South Dakota State's the good one, the Jackrabbits.
Pull up your FCS playoffs last year.
Was South Dakota there?
It doesn't matter it doesn't matter if it's South Dakota State, North Dakota State anymore. Montana State. Idaho. I mean,
if you're up there.
The Idahos may be a bridge too far.
All right.
South Dakota's a pretty good football team. And
it's a big number, though.
What is the number?
15.5.
15.5.
Oh, that's a big number for FCS v. FBS.
Well, I'm talking about for a straight up upset.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, you get a 5-1 return from South Dakota.
So you was that the one that they said is the most likely?
That is week. He just has a couple. Week 1 also. Keep an eye on Tarleton State at Army.
Yeah, but I think Tarleton State is actually D1 now, aren't they?
Have they? They listed here as FCS.
Okay.
They may be transitioning. So that's a tough turn. South Dakota's not a bad football team. Tough turnaround, flying back after playing in Farmageddon in Dublin. Turn back around.
And
body
that's a
clock.
Saturday game.
Saturday week 1. Yep.
Yeah. Kansas State's got North Dakota that very next week.
2-2.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. So Iowa State comes home to play South Dakota.
Yeah.
Kansas State comes home to play North Dakota.
They're at 28.5 points.
By the way, South Dakota, the last 2 FCS playoffs, they lost in the quarterfinals to North Dakota State, the dominant team. In 2023, they lost in the semis to Montana State last year after beating Tarleton State, by the way, in the second round. So they've gone to the quarters and the semis the last 2 years. That's a playoff team on the FCS. I do not understand if you're going to schedule FCS.
Stay away from the Dakotas.
Get as bad as you can get. I mean, you don't get any bonus points for beating a Dakotas, right?
No.
So if you're going to schedule FCS, get as bad as you can get. I mean, go find the worst FCS team. They're going to want the money. They'll play the game. I don't understand why you schedule good FCS teams. That makes no sense to me.
I don't understand it either.
Our Bo Tender moment of the day, after I tell you about our friends at Urology Centers of Alabama, they're for your health, not just the men. They take care of the women as well in your life. But, guys, there's so many things as we get older we got to keep an eye on, like prostate health. Everything from prostate health to kidney stones, they work with you there. But early detection on prostate health, getting a baseline and then staying on top of that. That's why I use UrologyCentersAlabama.com. You should, too. They got you covered, by the way, 16 locations. Find the one near you, 205-930-0920 or urologycentersalabama.com. For over 70 years, UCA has provided state-of-the-art, patient-centered urologic care with integrity and compassion. UrologyCentersAlabama.com, and our friends at Bojangles.
That's right. It can be bow time for you at lunch today with Bojangles. You like a good dipping sauce? You like a good chicken tender to go with it? Do I have great news for you? Our friends at Bojangles have got both, and they got plenty of it. 7 sauces that will add a little extra flavor to every bite. If you're looking for sweet, try honey mustard. You want some tang, try barbecue. You want some heat, creamy buffalo or peach honey pepper. If you're craving smooth and creamy, the house-made ranch, jalapeno ranch, or classic Bo sauce ready and waiting. Head to Bojangles, order some hand-breaded tenders with your favorite sauce today. And don't forget them when college football season rolls around. Great idea for those college football parties at your house or the tailgates for high school Friday nights or college football Saturdays, your local Bojangles.
2 weird injuries over the weekend. Mariana Rivera in the old-timers game.
It says old-timers game.
Blows out an Achilles tendon. So Rivera goes down in the old-timers game at Yankee Stadium. And then there's...
What a pain in the ass, by the way, for Rivera.
Was he chasing a grounder, do you know?
I did not see video or anything. Just know that he blew out the Achilles. But we've all seen video of Saturday's winner in the Infinity race, Connor Zilic, a 19-year-old who's tearing it up on the Infinity Series. He wins the race. He's getting out of the car to celebrate. Watch the angle here, not from the broadcast, a different angle from Gavin.
You can't see this, Lance, but his foot's going to get tangled up in the window net is the problem.
As he stands up, and then he starts to celebrate. He goes down, and he can't step out. Knocks him out cold.
Oh.
Yeah, he's out.
CT scan is clear. Broken collarbone, but they have to attend to him there because he's out.
You remember we had an employee at Cumulus that fell out of a car like that?
Not that bad.
Ended up suing the company.
Yeah. But look at that. It was a dangerous moment there, and like he's out cold, and they were fearful of neck or brain injuries, brain swelling, and treated it as such. But he says the CT scan is clear, broken collarbone, and that's it. So all good news. He's thankful for the medics, for the quick attention, and grateful it wasn't anything worse there. Serious moment.
If he was told before the race, you're going to get knocked out.
But
Yeah,
but you can win.
But you don't know how you're going to get knocked out.
That's true.
Do you think he assumes it's climbing out of the car?
I don't know. I mean, I think I read, Jim, that this guy is a rising star, too.
He's a multiple winner this year, 19 years old on the Infinity Series, which is the Saturday race before the Cup Series on Sunday. All the big stars have won at that level before they win at the next level. Pretty amazing he's okay. And it's really crazy. It doesn't happen more. Forrester, you've been in there. In Pit Road, there's beer and champagne and all that stuff flying around. Cannot imagine the bodily fluids, sweat, urine.
It's a scene.
People
Urine.
taking a piss
in the suit.
Okay, I got you.
That after these guys have raced for 500 miles or however long the Infinity race was, that they get out and then they stand on the side of the car. It's amazing. I've never seen this happen before, but you're right, Brownie. He's making that step off because he knows he's falling, and that step off. And then the window netting he didn't put down, I guess.
That's it.
I'm surprised he didn't break his leg, too.
I am, too. It was a terrible fall. I think the window netting catches that right foot if you watch, and that's the big issue.
So how much to put on one of those jumpers after a race and sleep in it?
Ooh.
Somebody else's?
Yeah.
Take a lot.
No, thank you. You better chance of me putting on Big Al or Albie.
Yeah. Would you rather swim across a swamp or put on that jumper?
I don't swim well. I would put on the jumper at that point. And I'd rather be in somebody else's bodily fluids than I would in the Croc's mouth.
Yeah, I think I'm with Jim on the Croc's mouth versus bodily fluids.
In my opinion.
Bad choice. But
that's our
I think you need to sleep in the suit, too.
Yeah, thank you. I need you to hush it back there behind the microphone. Our friends at Odie's gets us today to our 4 downs. Tell us about our friends at Odie's.
Yeah, Odie's Tavern, great place to go for lunch or dinner. Rodney Davis serving that incredible food for almost 4 decades now. Stop into one of the 2 great locations. The original in Crestline will be back out there Wednesday night for Odie's team trivia. The newest location, Edgewood, again for lunch or dinner. Ice cold beer buckets full of the Bud Light, the Odie's famous cocktails. Get and see Will Avery and that great staff. Birmingham Institution, it's Odie's Tavern.
First down.
More wins in 2025. Shedeur Sanders is the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns or the Colorado Buffaloes.
So I'm getting a whole team of Buffaloes or Shedeur Sanders total touchdowns is what you just asked?
No. Total wins.
Total wins.
Yeah, basically when Shedeur starts, if he starts, or Colorado, win total right now 5.5.
You know, I actually think Colorado is going to hold on, Jim. I don't think they're going to fall off. I like Kaden Salter.
Are you kidding me right now?
No, I'm serious. I'm very, very serious.
When you say hold on like what?
Like I think they could be a 7 or 8 win team.
That would be impressive.
Yeah.
That would be really impressive.
We have doubted.
You're right.
Big 12 Coach of the Year.
We've doubted the guy at every step. And when has he not delivered at Colorado? We've doubted him. And I know you say, well, yeah, he had Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders. I get that. But, I mean, we've doubted him all along. Why would I not believe in him now? Now, I think one of the most under-the-radar, fascinating games of Week 1 is this Georgia Tech-Colorado game. That's a tricky spot for them. That is a Friday night game while Auburn is playing.
Tricky spot for who?
For Colorado.
Oh, Georgia Tech's a much better football team.
I think so, too.
Georgia Tech by 1 million.
A million? What's your point
That would be a
here?
tough loss for Georgia Tech, actually.
You don't think they could lose
even
that
though
game?
I know it's a road game, but still.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying because, they kind of shook it out. You saw the improvement. You saw them taking Georgia to the wire at the end, the way Haynes King was playing.
By the way, they played that up like a W. They won that game.
In
Georgia Tech's history books, they won that game.
Yeah, but, going back to it, you're going to see Lewis and Salter.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to be decided on a quarterback, so both those guys are going to play. This is, I would rather play Colorado early than late.
I'm not questioning their quarterback.
Georgia Tech favored 4, by the way.
I'm not questioning their quarterbacks. I'm questioning the other 21.
No, it's not an easy schedule either. At Houston, at a conferences, or that is a conference game. A road game is a tough game. Wyoming. BYU, it's a tough schedule, but I can see 7 or 8 wins.
I'm going to play Colorado,
take Colorado
just to be safe. Like, if you were to tell me Shedeur will start 17 games for the Browns, I would take Shedeur. But because I don't know how, who actually is going to be the starting quarterback.
If they just center their win total at 5, the total's 5.5 is what you said?
That'll be more than Shedeur.
I was going to say, do you think Cleveland can get 5 wins with him as a starter?
Yeah,
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
I don't know how many he'll start.
But if he starts 17, can they get 5 wins?
If he started 17, I don't think he
gets 5 wins.
I think 6 for Colorado wins it easily.
Okay.
In fact, I'll take 6 for Colorado no matter who starts for the Browns.
Yeah, you can start Flacco. I don't care who it is.
Start them all.
Yeah.
Play with 2 quarterbacks. I'll take Colorado with 6. I just wanted to see how far, no drop off. I mean, they had 9 wins last year. If you were telling me 9 wins again, Brown, I was going to be like,
No. 7 or 8. I mean, that's not a huge drop off for that program, though, to go what they've gone.
No.
Second down.
Who gets a Power 4 job first again? Jimbo Fisher or Tom Herman?
We'll jump into this a little bit more at the top of the hour on Jimbo Fisher wanting to come back in here. A Power 4 job first. It's head coach. Where's Tom right now?
He's at Florida Atlantic.
No, he got
Ken there. Who's the offensive coordinator
or is
for?
he sitting out the year?
He's sitting out the year. You know,
that's not good.
I was listening the other day. He was coming on with somebody. I wanted to hear the interview, and I got out of the car, and I didn't.
Yeah.
But only 2 years at Florida Atlantic, and they weren't good years. But if you go back and look, like Texas wasn't great, but it wasn't a complete disaster.
No. And
Houston was really good. So I still think Tom Herman, although he's not a likable guy, I think the guy can coach.
I've always said people forget that Houston team was thought to be a college football playoff contender in a 4-team playoff and finish unranked that year. I think people forget 2016, how badly that ended for them.
But they still were a 9-win team, weren't they?
They were a 9-win team, but they went from could be in the college football playoff to unranked. I mean, that is not a great coaching job.
But
to
he
me.
won 11 games the year before, right?
13, in fact. He was 13. Well, he was 22-4 at Houston. I mean, his overall record's good, really
pretty
good.
strong.
Yeah, but then he's only had one double-digit win season since then, and that was the 1 year at Texas. I don't know if Tom Herman is ever a head coach again. He wanted the UAB job.
I mean, to me, Tom Herman would be a head coach again before Jimbo Fisher.
Well, he might be able to get the UAB job.
He could, but that's not Power 4 either. But still, he did want the UAB job.
Tom Herman, the guy that Nick Saban and Kirby Smart flew into Tuscaloosa after they beat him in 2014. Tell us how you beat us on your way out, on your way to being the head coach.
That's right.
And he did. I'm going to say Tom Herman will be less picky and take a coordinator or a lesser head coaching job and works his way back to being a Power 5 coach before Jimbo Fisher, who, though he says it,
I don't believe it.
He's very interested. He made $76 million. There's no reason to get off of the horse or the boat or the couch.
And that gets offset, right? He takes another job.
Yeah, I don't know how much of that is, how much offset is in there.
I don't think any of it's offset.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I mean, he may already have most of it. I don't know how quick they had to pay it.
Now, I know he's got 2 ranches, so apparently he can spend a little bit. He's only 59, so he does have some meat on the bone.
Got some time on his hand. Maybe he's just bored, but I mean, you can actually, if you start hearing for money, if somehow you blow through $76 million, you can sell a ranch and get almost that back.
Yeah, I don't think he can blow through the $76 million at his age. Neither of them are appealing to me. Like, if I've got an open program and my choices are Tom Herman and Jimbo Fisher, I'm like, find me a coordinator somewhere that's working his way up.
Are you kidding me? I'd take Tom Herman in a heartbeat if I was like, if Trent Dilfer doesn't work out.
Oh, okay. We're talking Power 4 here, though. But if I'm UAB, yeah. I mean, my choices are limited.
Tom Herman's going to have to go and work his way back.
Okay, yeah.
He's going to go be an OC somewhere. Like at a place like Ohio State.
Yeah.
Just pick a big power school. He'll be an OC somewhere and then work his way back.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the question? Which one's first? I'll go Tom Herman. Because I don't know if Jimbo does it again.
Yeah, I would go Tom Herman, but probably neither.
Third down.
Anna Gunn, 57 years old, one of Forrester's favorite. This was Skylar White in the Breaking Bad series. My question to you, what was the most obnoxious television mom of all time?
She was right up there.
That 70s show mom was annoying.
You were the dad, right?
Yeah, I was the dad. Reference to my age.
No, you've said it before. What was the guy's name that played the dad?
Kurtwood Smith.
Yeah.
The 70s show mom is annoying, but she was a loving, endearing person, but her voice and her action. So I'd say her. I don't know her name.
Hey, I got Peggy Bundy in Married with Children.
Yeah, didn't she just basically want to get naked nonstop with Al Bundy?
Yep. Smoking cigarettes, wearing tight pants.
You would say the lady from the 70s show.
I've never seen the 70s show.
The Modern Family.
Yeah, Sophia Vergara.
Yeah,
you've never liked her.
She was a mom.
I like Julie Bowen. Didn't like Sophia Vergara.
I always feel bad for Anna Gunn because she says people have said awful things to her.
Yeah.
Like she was so good at her job that people really think she's an awful person.
Yeah.
Like she is such a good actress. Like,
yeah, her job is to make you hate her.
That's right. And she did it.
Yep.
She did it. Now people still hate her. And you're like, well, but I'm not really that person. I mean, she could be a terribly nice person.
Well, that's what's crazy. So she was in Deadwood, and I know, Dunaway, you've gone back and watched that,
Yes.
a young Anna Gunn.
She was the sheriff's wife that finally came to town.
But like Dean Norris, like that was such a good ensemble cast. Giancarlo Esposito is getting a lot more work, Gus Fring, but a lot of those guys, I mean, they don't get a lot of work after Breaking Bad. I just thought it was a really, really good ensemble cast.
It was not a mom, but I think Fran Drescher.
Oh,
nanny.
God, it's
She
terrible.
takes care of kids, so.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fourth down.
Two powerhouse birthdays. Hulk Hogan would have been 72.
Oh, man.
Joe Rogan, 58. Ultimately, the better career. Is it Joe Rogan or Hulk Hogan?
Ultimately, I don't know. Right now, it's Hogan, but Rogan still has tread on the tires. Rogan is changing the media world. Like I saw, this Howard Stern story that supposedly SiriusXM is about to pull the chute on that. And the reports are in the New York Post that Howard Stern went from 20 million listeners a day to 125,000. Just a astronomical fall. Those are the reports. Somebody from inside.
But I used to thoroughly enjoy the show 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And I haven't listened to it in 6 years.
But I think part of that is the on-demand culture in which we live, and Joe Rogan was on the cutting edge of that. And one day we'll look back and you'll be like, why did people listen to a live radio show? That'll seem like black and white TV now.
But
right?
I wonder how they really
Kinda
monitor
does to
that.
me.
I know.
Because, the Howard Stern channels on SiriusXM, and I guess they're the same way, or at least right now, it was 2 channels, and they were just 24/7.
Yeah.
So, I think one of the channels would repeat, much like our app does, the show from the day, so they could consume that technically whenever they wanted.
You could, but I remember Rockstar telling us, even in our radio days, that they were only doing like 2 live shows a week.
Yeah, I think
when
it
they
takes a
moved to
summer
Sirius
break.
XM.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if you don't have
if
you don't have a consistent same time live product, then people can't consume you live because they don't know when you're going to be on, and if you're not there to be a part of the fabric of every day for them, then it falls off.
Yeah,
that's
you
when
lose the
that's
habits.
That's when you start streaming and podcasting and all that.
But, he was doing taking the Mondays and Fridays off, 15 years ago, and he still had the big numbers. I think his personality completely changed.
Yeah, I think that there was a lot that changed for him. With all that said, Hulk Hogan was just an icon, an absolute icon of the 80s. I don't think Rogan can ever reach that iconic status now.
Did Hulk Hogan influence an election?
He could have had he chosen to do so, I would say. Now,
Yeah,
Rogan
maybe a
certainly
little
did.
bit.
Yeah, Rogan certainly did. But, really, I don't know that Rogan influenced as much as the Harris campaign choosing not to go on. Rogan invited them.
Yeah.
They chose not to do it. So,
They wanted to do it, but it would have been like outside of Rogan's studio.
right.
Like in DC.
Yeah.
You only get 45 minutes.
right.
And that control of production.
There is zero doubt that impacted the election. No doubt whatsoever. But that wasn't really Rogan's fault. I mean, he tried to do what he could do.
Well, I give Hogan a lot of credit because to go from like fan favorite to the heel, being able to play both those roles, pretty incredible. But Rogan, just to have this basically closet podcast, continue to do it the way he wants to do it, these drawn out interviews, and to take it to the next level and become a pioneer in the industry, I think ultimately it's going to be Rogan.
That's it.
Was that fourth?
That was fourth down, wasn't it?
That was it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
That's 4 downs today.
No penalties.
Brought to you in part by our friends at Way to Wellness, your journey to healthy living. A chance for you to jump on with Leslie and her board-certified team right now and find a weight loss plan that works for you. A planforme.com. At Way to Wellness, they have that personalized plan that works and is designed specifically for you. No cookie cutter plan. Everyone needs something different. You may want a meal replacement plan. Maybe you want to use injection therapy. I use the protein bars to keep me from bad snacking in between meals or on weekends. The website, again, is at planforme.com. They have diet plans for diabetes, heart disease, sleep apnea, and a lot more. No contracts, no sign-up fees, and your first consultation's free with Leslie and the board-certified team at Way to Wellness, your journey to healthy living right there. Just great folks there. One more thing from the weekend that we saw unveiled. Tom Brady's statue before the Patriots preseason game got unveiled, and very odd looking. You're like, dang, that's a big statue. It is a big statue, Jim. 12 feet tall.
I didn't know Brady was that big.
For the number 12.
Oh, okay.
Massive, massive statue.
That is a large statue. Yeah. Like Statue of Liberty and Vulcan, only things in front of it, I think.
12 feet tall for Tom Brady.
Does it? I can't tell. It's too far away. Do we have a facial shot? Does it look like Tom Brady?
I mean, as much as statues can look like living humans.
Because what we have learned throughout the last decade or so is it's really hard to make these statues look like the actual person.
Yeah, but outside Gillette Stadium forever, Tom Brady immortalized with a 12-foot tall statue.
Now, when does Belichick get his?
No, that's a great question. Do you think he ever will?
I think he should.
No, he's definitely earned it.
But, Robert Kraft and that very, I guess, fragile relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They need to bury the hatchet at some point there. All right, our friends at New York Butcher Shop, as we continue on to top of the hour here, tell us about New York Butcher, and then the AP poll comes out when we come back.
Stop in, see Jim and our friends at the New York Butcher Shop. Pick up the finest in meats, from the steaks, the ribs, the pork, the chicken, all the incredible in-house made sides. You're going to love them. Fantastic selection of fine wines and desserts. 2 locations. The original Cahaba Heights, newest location, Highway 119 in Greystone. Rare quality, well-done service. It's the New York Butcher Shop.
Follow LT on Twitter at @TheLanceTaylor.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, company truck accident, car accident, or work-related accident? Call Alabama's largest personal injury firm. Alexander Shannara Trial Attorneys will fight for every dollar you deserve, and it won't cost you a dime. Trust me. What do you say, man?
Call me, Alabama.
Call 659-777-7777 or go to shannara.com.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
Hey, Lance Taylor from the Next Round to tell you about one of our favorite places for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That is Hamburger Heaven since 1982. Hamburger Heaven has been serving Birmingham's best hamburgers, cheeseburgers, French fries, hand-spun milkshakes, and sandwiches made fresh to order. All of their ingredients are fresh and prepared daily. This includes their beef, always fresh, never frozen, hand-pattied each and every day. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, visit any of the 4 locations, Highway 280, Irondale, Gardendale, and Homewood.
Hey friends, if you're looking to expand your business and inform the Next Round audience about your exciting brand, contact us at sales@nextroundlive.com to be part of the team and advertise your product to hundreds of thousands of potential consumers on our ever-expanding platform. Let the Next Round help take your business to the next level. Get more information by emailing us at sales@nextroundlive.com, and one of our team members will work with you to build a plan to take your business to the next level with the Next Round.
It is the first college tailgate party of the season. Boiling and Bragging. Saturday, August 16th, 6 to 8:30 p.m. in Mountain Brooks Crestline Village, near O'Neill Library. Come enjoy great food, kids games, live music, and support your favorite team at Boiling and Bragging. This annual event benefits the Critical Care Transport Team at Children's of Alabama. Saturday, August 16th, 6 to 8:30 p.m. in Mountain Brooks Crestline Village. For more information, visit boilinginbragging.org. That's the letter N, boilinginbragging.org.
Follow Next Round Live on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. The social media team at Next Round Live is dedicated to giving you daily news conferences and practice video from UAB, Alabama, Auburn, and around college football. Follow and compare to the sites you used to visit. You'll also get the latest highlights and news from the Next Round Daily Show. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss a thing. Follow Next Round Live on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. See more at nextroundlive.com.
Storm season is here. Make sure you have a plan of action in place right now. Greg from Pell City and Storm Restoration Roofing should be your first call when storms hit. Insurance companies love working with Storm Restoration Roofing because of Greg Nelson's name and reputation in the industry. When storms hit, call Greg Nelson. He's local, 205-542-3531. He's the home of the free no-cost roof inspection. Greg from Pell City on Facebook, 205-542-3531. It's Storm Restoration Roofing.
At Central State Bank, we are large enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Manage your money with ease, whether it's mobile banking, hassle-free checking, competitive loans, business solutions, or personalized financial advice. We're your hometown bank with big-time service. Visit us today and experience banking made simple, because at Central State Bank, you come first.
Member FDIC.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between two warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Jim Dunaway, Lance Taylor, Ryan Brown. Live from the Birmingham Racecourse Casino Studios, the next round, presented by Bud Light, is on now.
Bama's 8th in the AP poll. Do we have a unanimous number one after Texas was number one in the coaches poll? We'll tell you that in just a second as we get to the final hour of the show, always brought to you by the wonderful folks at Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster. That's where you find Sterling and his crew, same location for over a decade. That includes the Delta Magic, that Mississippi Delta recipe tamale with a little spice to it. The chicken that's brined and cooked overnight, hand-cut chicken fingers, perfect for tailgating this football season. It's our friends right there at Champy's Chicken, Highway 119 in Alabaster. Brownie, the poll.
Which way do you want me to go? You want me to start 25 and work up, or do we unveil number one?
No, go one and work your way down.
65 first-place votes in the Associated Press. The Texas Longhorns have 25 of them, and they are your number one team.
So they're unanimous.
Fascinating.
I mean, not consensus.
You know, you and I did our whiteboard last week, and I was a little thrown off. I thought it was AP, but it was coaches, so I did a quick revision on the fly. Do you think Penn State's 2? Or you've already seen this. I haven't seen it. Yeah. I think Penn State is going to be 2.
They are, in fact, number 2, and they've got 23 first-place votes. Texas had 25 of the 65.
Wow.
Penn State's got 23. You want to keep going? Number 3?
I think Forster's got it ready.
Oh, does he? Ohio State is number 3 with 11 first-place votes. Clemson, number 4, with 4 first-place votes. Georgia, number 5. They got a first-place vote. Notre Dame, number 6. No first-place votes for them. Oregon got the lone remaining first-place vote at 7. Jim mentioned to you, like the coaches poll, Alabama 8th in the Associated Press, LSU 9, and Miami rounds out your top 10.
Then there's Arizona State, Illinois, South Carolina, Michigan, and Florida. SMU, Kansas State, Oklahoma, A&M, Indiana. Ole Miss, Iowa State, Texas Tech, Tennessee, and Boise State. A lot of familiar logos like the coaches poll last week. First thing that jumps.
You know, one of the stats that always blows me away, and Brown brought this up years ago, and I forgot what year you've got to go back to, but a top 10 preseason AP poll always finishes unranked.
Yep.
And it is nearly impossible, again, 1 through 9, to see any of those teams unranked.
I see him typing over there. He said he was going to have the date for us. He forgot to do it over the weekend. Did you not? Be honest.
Did I forget to do what?
You forgot to have the stat that you're about to read to us now. I saw you typing.
Scrambling.
God, I wish we'd had these computers when I was in college.
I played golf Friday, and then my wife calls me. He's like, we're going to see the Velcro Pygmies at Avondale, and the rest of my weekend was
that's going to throw everything
So how do you
into
go
chaos
from Velcro Pygmies back to, I just never thought of it again.
Never thought of Friday show again.
Never again.
You gave yourself homework over the weekend, and I could see you scrambling like right before the homeroom bell back in the middle school of doing your homework.
Yeah, I mean, give me a minute. I'll see if I can find it.
Okay, do you guys see a top 10 team that could be out? Like, I don't even think, with Carson Beck, this Miami roster, it's too good. They've spent too much money on this roster to fall out of the top 10, especially in the ACC. I just don't see, this is going to be the year none of those teams fall out of the top 25.
This is the year.
Yep.
Yeah,
we do that every year.
I don't see anybody there. LSU has a schedule because the SEC's tough enough, especially if they lost Nussmeier.
Brian Kelly is fired if they're outside of the top 25.
No,
yeah.
What is the
team, right?
What's the temperature on Kalen DeBoer if they're out of the top 25?
Quite high to very high.
I could see Arizona State at 11 being out of the top 25.
Illinois.
South Carolina at 13 out of the top 25.
Michigan, Florida. I could see all those.
Yeah, if one of them had slipped into the top 10, I could see it. But I'm with you. I don't think anybody in the top 10 is out of the top 25.
Do you think it holds, Brown?
Yeah, for the record, I don't have it in front of me. At one point recently, it was 23 of 25 years. That's not one of those that happens every year, but it happens enough that you have to discuss it. And every year,
what grade was the first year that you guys remember showing up at school one time and not having done your homework?
First? I mean, I don't remember it, but I'm sure first grade.
Whenever we got homework.
Yeah, I was not a big homework guy.
No, it was never. I mean, even my parents, there was never in elementary school did I go to school without homework done.
Oh, I did.
First time was sixth grade.
You never did homework on the school bus?
Like you seem like you grew up more like me, where like parents didn't really care about homework.
But we didn't get a lot of homework.
Like I think Randy and Vicky probably cared about homework.
They did, but I was also a second-born. I've seen this with my own second-born. They get
let it go a little bit.
They get a little more freedom than the first-born guy.
Like sixth grade is when I remember on the reg getting there early, because it seems like we had a period, like a short period,
study hall
before the first bell.
All right.
And I remember getting there and just jamming out homework a lot.
My kids have something called advisory, and I don't know what that is, what advisory is, but they got it.
It's when you walk in there and they tell you.
Literally nothing.
So it's like study hall.
Yeah. You walk in, they're like, did you do your homework?
Yes.
I'd advise you got 15 minutes to get that crap done.
My advice to you.
Yeah.
So that's advisory is nothing I need to worry about.
I don't know if they've changed it, but when I was there, the advisory period was something you'd have like once a month.
Yeah.
And it would just be like, I don't know, like life skills, I guess.
Oh, okay.
It's like one of those counselor-led classes.
Brown still doesn't do homework.
I don't, Lance. I mean, I admitted, I can't admit anymore that I did not do what I said I would do.
Have you not Googled the stat
I
for
have tried, Jim. This would show you how hard it would have been for me to do this over the weekend.
Just use AI.
I did. It didn't help.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't watch Jurassic Park either, Tyler. Is anything
we've got some guests in studio. He still has never seen Jurassic Park. It's on Netflix now.
I'm aware.
You had a whole week. We brought that up last Monday.
I played golf Saturday. I played golf Friday and Saturday.
What'd
Went to
you
the
do during the
Velcro
week?
Pygmies Friday night.
Okay.
Well, during the week, I've got stuff. And then...
He's got golf.
I got stuff.
More golf. And then Saturday night, went to dinner with my family. No, we cooked dinner at home. What did we end up watching?
Wait, did you watch a movie this weekend?
No, we watched Animal Kingdom. I watched 2 episodes of Animal Kingdom.
Okay, you still on it?
I'm still on that. I don't like it. There was that plot twist at the end of year. Was that season 1 or season 2? I do not like that plot twist.
Season 2.
It's lost some steam.
I got off of it season 4.
And yesterday,
you guys didn't start the Hunting Wives, right?
Did not start the Hunting Wives.
No,
yesterday,
I binge watched it one night.
Yeah,
dirty.
Yesterday, I watched. My wife really likes The Gilded Age on HBO Max, and it was the season 3 finale. So we had to watch that last night.
I mean, you can't hide your culture from
Had
the
a busy
Velcro
weekend.
Pygmies to the Gilded Age.
I know. I'm broad spectrum. Did you find it, Jim?
No, Brownie, have not yet.
It's kind of hard to find, but the stats out there.
I bet somebody in the chat will throw it at you.
All right, how about that? The AP preseason poll. I'll give you this stat from the Sporting News: 52% accuracy rating. 52% accuracy rating.
What does that mean?
That means they've correctly picked 65 of 125 teams start to finish. They had 12 teams in the preseason poll last year finish in the AP top 25. That's 48% success rate. So if you go back to last year, that's bad.
Yes.
If you go back to so pump that back up, Scott. So if you go back to last year, if you just use last year's numbers, they only got 12 of these 25 right that finished even ranked.
Okay, I will tell you last year's 2024 preseason.
How are you that bad, though? That's 12 of 25.
You tell me where this went wrong last year.
The highest mark in the last 5 years was 17 of 25. Hey, listen to this, Lance. 2022, this is how bad they were. 40%, 10 of 25 finished ranked.
Okay,
How are you that bad?
2 teams in the top 10 were unranked, Michigan and Florida State.
Right.
Who else? LSU was unranked, right, at 13. Oklahoma unranked at 16. Oklahoma State didn't win a game in conference at 17. Texas A&M, did they finish ranked? Arizona was ranked. Kansas was ranked. USC was ranked. NC State.
See, here's
Iowa.
what you learn. The media doesn't know what they're doing. They
Nope.
don't know how to vote in this.
We
crap.
don't.
But,
We
I mean,
don't.
it didn't differ that much from the coaches poll, did
Well,
it?
maybe they don't know how to coach. Maybe
Who,
we're
the
voting
coaches?
correctly. Maybe the coaches are screwing up.
Well, the coaches, I don't even think the coaches vote in this. They just get somebody else to do it for them, like
Well-
I'm doing right now with my homework.
We'll put Brown more on the hot seat right here after he tells us about the fine sponsor that's on LT's shirt today.
That's right. Central State. That's a good-looking shirt, by the way. I like that shirt. You ought to wear that to the golf course next time you play golf.
It brings out the blue in your eyes.
Don't have blue eyes, Brown. Dunaway, but
That's how amazing the shirt is.
You do now. Hey, if you're looking for a bank that truly gets you, 6 locations across Shelby County, 1 in Alexander City, Central State Bank. They offer products and services designed to meet a wide range of individual and commercial needs because here's what they know. No two needs are the same. They got more than 100 years of service. Central State Bank, large enough to serve you, small enough to know you, and they're rooted in the community. That's why. They're driven by relationships. Central State Bank, member FDIC. They bring out the blue in Lance's eyes. And take care of your green. How about that? That's their new logo. That's their new thing.
Oh, wow.
Bring out the blue in Lance's eyes and take care of your green.
Keep you out
on the fly.
Keep you out of the red.
Are you a brown eye? You're brown eyes.
I'm brown eyes, yeah. Jim's got blue eyes. He's got good blue eyes.
Thanks for noticing, guys. It's a long way for a compliment. All right, before we get back to serious stuff, Brown, who did not do his homework, didn't watch Jurassic Park, didn't have the stat.
That is correct.
He also has this belief that if he had to, he could outrun a grizzly bear.
If my life were on the line or my family, I think adrenaline would kick in and I'd find a way to do it.
The grizzly bear who can run, Tyler, you remember stats. Was it 35 miles per hour a grizzly bear can run?
It was up to 35 miles an hour. They can. There were videos of them keeping up with cars.
And Brown,
that's problematic.
Pretty sure you couldn't get a speeding ticket on Ole Miss's campus at a dead run.
What is that, Archie's 18 miles an hour?
Yeah, 18 miles an hour.
With adrenaline, though, life on the line.
Within 20 yards, you would be eaten.
Yeah.
If he wanted to eat you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're saying I'm not edible?
I'm just saying there may be a better choice on the menu depending on who you're running.
One bite. Everybody knows the rules. He spits it out on Brown.
Oh, my gosh.
little floppy. I'm going to give it a 6-7.
This guy played golf every day. What?
So Usain Bolt's top speed when during his
In
world
miles per
record
hour is
run
what? Yeah.
is 27.78 miles per hour.
But he
So
only does that for 100 yards, right? Or 100 meters.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies going to stay on you longer than that, probably.
Okay,
I mean,
we
there's
got
really
video.
only one way to test this.
How fast is that car going?
Now,
though?
these are
you can't find
these are
Faster than you can run.
user submitted after
Yeah.
Brownie. I mean, this has been a Brown belief for a decade of us
This
working
goes
together.
back to radio.
Yeah, Brett sent in the grizzly bear outrunning a car.
Yep.
Meanwhile, grizzly bear running in water and on a rocky shore, keeping up with a boat.
I mean, look at his foot speed in that water. Now, he does give up, so he does have an endurance.
Dude, you have tricked Will. You've done some Jedi mind trick there. He says, I'm sure you're fast, but.
He thinks I'm fast.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that speed. I wonder how fast that car is going. I know Tyler faster than me. I'm aware.
That grizzly right now is going, is the car chasing me or am I chasing the car?
I'll tell you, one of the more terrifying I've ever seen is a guy on a mountain bike coming down the hill. And it's like
That's crazy video.
It's zigging
Yeah.
and zagging, but the bear is he's got a great pursuit angle, and just misses the biker.
Yeah.
But you're just sweating the whole video. Like if he gets the biker, it's lights out.
I saw one like that, except it was a skier or a snowboarder with a GoPro, and they had no idea that the bear was right behind them because they had their earbuds in.
Probably best they didn't know, though. Would you agree?
Yes, easily.
Now, you guys know the place I scored the worst in the SAT, ACTs was reader comprehension, right?
Me too, Jim. You know why?
Just tapped out early.
No, I did.
This is boring.
I only took the ACT. I took it one time. And reading comprehension was at the end, and I was like, I am gassed.
Yeah.
I am done with this. So
Yeah,
you
they
know,
should put that at the very
I
front.
agree completely, yeah.
So my lowest score is reader comprehension.
Yeah, I think I made a 15 in that.
So now I'm on TikTok.
Oh.
So I'm like this.
Oh, I know. Me too. No attention span whatsoever.
And so I'll enjoy a TikTok that will last 40 seconds, but I will never read details. Twice in my feed last night, there's a monorail of a roller coaster that goes down a mountain somewhere.
Oof.
It's a roller coaster monorail. As I'm saying this, Tyler, in my mind, you're going to be searching this and looking it up for me, okay?
Roller coaster
There's
monorail.
a roller coaster monorail that goes, it seems like it's in the Smoky Mountains to me, but it could be in a different country, or it could be AI generated and not real at all.
Okay.
But in the one I saw on TikTok last night, the roller coaster is going fast, fast, fast. And I would have just sent you a link, but the language is
not safe
good.
for work.
Is this fake? Is this AI generated?
No, I think I've seen that.
Yeah, by the way, we need. I saw
like one of the sort of mountain coasters where you're
Yeah,
just
yeah,
going
yeah.
down.
And you got the little handbrake. That's all you got. Yeah.
But I saw a deer on a trampoline the other night, and I need.
Was that with the gummy?
Oh, he blew out 4 ACLs.
Yeah, but was that
Because he
real?
bounced off and he
But was
fell.
it real?
I don't know if it was real or not, but I saw that one too.
Well, we need clarification on AI now. Just a little tag that says AI.
Yeah.
I'm still
Real or not
impressed that
real?
you've done it. Yeah, but I need to know.
Like I can figure out humans.
Real quick, before we get back to this, so I'm with you on the humans. They're pretty obvious when
The
it's
deer
AI.
jumped on the trampoline,
so
bounced
deer's
3
jumping on a
times,
trampoline,
falls down,
and breaks all his legs.
It looks like
and
it.
it falls down. I think it's
Yeah.
4 ACLs.
Well, you just got to go back and shoot it at that point.
Do deers have ACLs?
I'll Google that.
Yeah.
And the attention span on the deer, he's coming into the backyard to find food. He wouldn't get on the trampoline. I think it's AI.
So you think that's AI?
But I'm not sure.
I think it's AI too.
Yes, deer have an ACL, which in their case is more accurately called the cranial cruciate ligament,
So they've
or
got
CRCL.
Yeah, they got a CRCL.
I think Dr. Patterson can work on that.
I'd put my money on him.
I think he blew out all 4 of them, or she. But this monorail thing was going down, and it's like fast, but then it's mandated slow at one point to get you to another drop, right? And in the TikTok I saw last night, there's like 3 black bears just beside the monorail in a slow part. And their video, and the guy was reacting like, there's no way. If I can't control my speed, am I riding this thing through the woods?
It's just one swipe. I mean, the bear. So is it waiting down there?
They chose not to eat anybody. They just were right there beside the monorail watching it go by. And you're thinking to yourself, well, if you're right. If the bear wanted me, it could have me right now because I'm going 5 miles per hour on a monorail that I can't get off of.
Boy, that'd be a bad way to go.
Oh, look, here we go.
Oh, we got the video. Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
And first of all, that
We're
monorail
just
does not look
waiting.
very safe.
What do you do right there?
It's like a bobsled with no ice.
Yeah.
You can't get off, and you can't speed up.
That's right. All you can do is slow down, right?
You could pray.
I would start that.
It's a little bitty fellow, though. I mean, it could do damage. I don't think that could eat you.
There's 3 of them, LT.
Okay,
Look at
well,
that one. That one's
okay.
a horse.
Yeah, my hope is they don't operate as a team and they turn on one another. Like they all see me as a meal, and if the first one gets me, like, I'm not letting him have it.
They're doing a round robin to see who gets to eat you?
Yeah.
Well, these
and if
aren't
they start-
hyenas, though. I never seen bears hunting packs.
Well, if they start fighting, I got a shot maybe of getting past them.
I think this is well done AI too.
You think that's AI?
I mean, they don't hunt in packs.
There's enough videos of black bears running all over Gatlinburg where I believe that there was probably some near a mountain coaster.
Yeah, black bears are bad in Gatlinburg. They'll come get the trash and crap like that. They tell you, like, if you stay in Gatlinburg, they tell you, close up the trash.
Are these monorails like park endorsed, or is this like somebody putting this thing together? I mean, it looks like
There's both.
It's pancake pantry while you're waiting on your table.
Okay.
So you're able to take
Well,
the monorail.
Some of them.
I tell people all the time, one of my favorite landslides ever was the first time. He didn't go to Gatlinburg till you were how old?
I went 3 years ago for the first time, so yeah.
And Lance called me, and I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I am trying to find a restaurant that doesn't have the word pancake in the title. He goes, you can't find anywhere up here.
No, I said you can't find a vegetable
can't
in
find a
Gatlinburg.
vegetable.
You cannot find a vegetable in Gatlinburg. Unless you can't mac and cheese is a vegetable.
They all serve
And I do.
pancakes, and they're all on a 45-minute wait. Every place serves pancakes on a 45-minute wait.
Hey, don't you think the same old boy probably owns all of them, too?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Hey, I got the stat.
Okay, show being brought to you by our friend Alexander Shinara. It's the spotlight of the day, Tyler.
My stat.
And it's going to be Brownie's stat that he is supposed to do his homework.
Did it.
And somebody has done it for him and sent it to him. And it's brought to you by Alexander Shinara. Hit it.
The College Football Spotlight.
Unless you count Brett McMurphy as quote-unquote somebody. Brett did the work.
Somebody did it for you.
Somebody. Shinara.com. That's where you go, Shinara.com. You don't pay a dime unless they win your case with our guy, Alexander Shinara, trial attorneys. His mission was to create a firm that could handle any issue his community faced. His community is Alabama, and they now handle everything Birmingham faces. They now not handle just personal injury claims, but claims for fire and storm damage, bad drug and device claims, disability, workers' compensation, and a host of other claims. If you find yourself in need of an attorney, Call the Alexander Shannara trial attorneys. You pay nothing unless they win your case. Our guy, Brett McMurphy, on 3. He's got some stats from the Associated Press poll. So here we go. Over the past 21 preseason polls, no number one. You actually gave some of these Friday. I'm just repeating some of them. Past 21 seasons, you're welcome. No number one AP ranked team. The number one AP ranked team, 19 of 21 failed to win the national championship. The last one, as Jim said Friday, was 2017 Alabama. So if you're ranked number one, good old days.
Yeah,
if you're ranked number one, it's hard to do.
Well, I think it's much more difficult now. Would you guys not give me that? I mean, there was a time it was like Alabama or Georgia, Alabama or Clemson. I mean, it really wasn't that difficult. Ohio State was in there a few years, so it really was almost a 50-50, maybe a 75. We legitimately have 6 to 8 teams that can win the national championship.
Because you have to get there and win 3 big games.
Right.
Historically, you've got 7. 19 of the last 21 years, the national champ was ranked in the top 7 preseason. The exceptions, as Jim pointed out, Florida State in 2013, they started 11. Auburn in 2010 started 22.
The good old days.
The good old days.
For the Auburn fans out
there. If your favorite team, Brett points out, is not ranked in the preseason poll, not a bad sign. In last year's preseason poll, 13 of the top 25 teams finished the season unranked, 13 of 25. We mentioned that a moment ago. In the college football playoff era, an average of 11 ranked teams finish unranked. So the average since 2014 is 11 of 25 finish unranked.
Okay, put the poll back up.
11 of 25.
Yeah, and for the record, Arizona State wasn't ranked last year. Remember, they were picked dead last in Big 12. They ended up number 7 in the final rankings.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, by the
I mean,
way.
that might be the highest ever. Well, I don't know about that.
And they made the playoffs.
Yeah. Here's the stat. You ready for it?
Yes.
29 of the last 31 years. And I'll give you the 2 years in a moment. It didn't happen, and one of them you could throw out. 29 of the last 31 years, at least one team that started the season unranked finished in the top 10 of the AP poll. All right? 29 of 31, a team unranked finished in the top 10. Now, 2011 and 2020 are the years it didn't happen, and the 2020 was such a weird year. Every year for the past 22 seasons, there's been at least one preseason top 10 team that finished unranked. Every year for the last 22, except for 2019. That's the only year. So 21 of 22 seasons, this has happened. And every year we do this, and we're like, it's not going to be this year. Not going to be this year. And it happens every single year, except for one.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be this year, though.
10 active coaches.
I don't.
Done it again.
10 active coaches have had this happen to them. They've been a top 10 team, and they have finished the year unranked.
Brian Kelly's one.
Last year it was Sharon Moore and Mike Norvell. 2023 it was Lincoln Riley at USC. 2022 is Brent Venables and Dave Aranda. In 2021 it was Matt Campbell. In 2020 it was James Franklin. In 2020 it was Mario Cristobal at Oregon. In 2016 Brian Kelly at Notre Dame. And in 2012 it was Lane Kiffin at USC, who, by the way, was preseason number 1.
So wait a minute. So Kiffin went from preseason number 1 to unranked?
Yes.
That's hard to do.
Got left on a tarmac.
Yeah, I do remember that part. Do you remember? So that was that year. He got fired that year. Could you imagine Texas finishing unranked? I mean, let's.
Impossible.
Missing the playoff seems crazy enough, but finishing unranked.
Because unranked is 7-5 in an SEC schedule.
But you've got a path to be 9-3.
Who, Texas? Yeah, but that misses the playoffs. That doesn't finish unranked.
They're still in the argument to make the playoffs at 9-3.
Yeah. I mean, they probably don't have a ton of good wins right there, but they're in the discussion.
You can't find 5 losses on Texas's
It'd
schedule.
be hard.
But guys, I mean, Sharon Moore starting at 14, you could see him unranked at the end of the year.
I could easily see Florida unranked. I don't think they will be, but with that schedule.
Mike Norvell is not ranked, so he could obviously finish unranked. USC's not showing up in any of these polls.
Nope. That's good. Yeah.
I like USC as a dark horse playoff team.
I would put it 6.5, the number of teams that are ranked right now that will be unranked at the end of the year.
6.5.
Mm-hmm.
Florida is definitely one. Now, I think Florida could make the playoffs, but with that schedule, they could easily finish unranked. Yeah. I mean, they're boom or bust.
Arizona State, South Carolina, Michigan.
I'd put Illinois in there.
I'd put Ole Miss in there. 7-5. I doubt it, but
no, I'm not to that yet. But I see what you're saying.
I mean,
Indiana, their schedule, I don't know.
No, I mean, I think if you started 11, I can believe any of those teams finish unranked.
Yeah, I could too.
I mean,
except Boise.
I mean,
of course, I say that.
25th.
They're 25th. Yeah, I mean, how much more can they go
lose
up?
2 games.
Well, they really. I mean, Notre Dame and UNLV, but
yeah.
I mean, if they were 10-2 though, they're still ranked, right?
I guess. I mean, they haven't beaten anybody at 10-2. Who have they beaten at 10-2? A bunch of teams out there that nobody pays attention to anymore.
That's our spotlight today. Trash coming up in the next segment. We will talk also about 2 coaches that want to get back into the game, they say. All coming up in just a second as well. We've done a little NFL weekend talk, a couple of things. We're waiting to hear about Landon Dickerson, the former Alabama star. Didn't play in Saturday's exhibition game, and then because of a leg injury, was carted off the practice field on Sunday. Landon Dickerson was. We're waiting on an MRI today to see how serious his lower body injury is. Lion safety Maurice Norris, who, if you were watching, was Falcons, right? Falcons, Lions.
Scary moment.
Head to knee. He was out.
I think he was seizing on the field, wasn't he?
So bad that they stopped the game. They didn't even finish the game. Back in the facility yesterday, Maurice Norris was. Terrion Arnold, longtime guest on this show, tweeting out that he was thankfully good.
Yeah, I'll tell you how bad it was. I got a text from a friend, and he's like, he literally said this, do you think he could be dead?
Yeah, I mean, there was...
When they stop the game, that always leaves it up to...
And I think he was seizing on the field, which is what scared you.
And that's the first time outside of DeMar Hamlin we've seen a game canceled.
Yeah, now that was preseason.
Or at least suspended. Yeah.
You always watch the reaction of the players because those guys see a lot, and you could tell by their reaction when it's another level of serious, and that was.
Matt Stafford, first practice of the of camp happening today, so Stafford's going to be practicing, and Tyreek Hill, according to Miami insiders, still on the trading blocks. That is the possibility of still a big trade happening for your Dolphins before they get to the season.
Yeah, so Teron Armstead, the former Miami Dolphins, I call him a tackle, but he never played, so it's hard to say he was a tackle. On his podcast, said that Tua and Tyreek Hill had a little bit of a falling out at the end of last year, as Tyreek did with a lot of the organization. But that they had mended fences and were back on really, really good terms. The speculation is, I think it was Devontae Adams that did this last year, was it? Last year when Adams got traded? Am I right about that?
Devontae got traded to the Jets, yes.
To the Jets. That if the year starts out bad, that's when Tyreek Hill will be trade me. Now, that has a different cap impact during the season as it does if you do it before the trade deadline. So,
Chance we see him back with his original team, the Chiefs.
I'd say very low. They haven't really missed a ton without him, have they? I mean, they've been back to the Super Bowl without
him.
He
burned some bridges.
Yeah, he did. But, I mean, they did. At times, they missed that deep ball last year.
I don't disagree, but they still
went 15-2.
Yeah. So,
if he leaves, where do you think he ends up? It'll be somebody who's got to give up some stuff for the Dolphins.
Oh, yeah. That guy's still a top-line receiver.
I mean, if I'm again, how much does he affect your culture? Because he has gotten sideways with a lot of people. But, Keon Coleman's going to be a really good deep threat for Buffalo, but bring him in with Josh Allen?
That would be good. I thought Green Bay instantly.
Oh, you would never trade him in division, though, would you? You couldn't trade him to Buffalo.
No, well, I mean.
Yeah, I instantly thought Green Bay.
That's a weird fit in Green Bay.
They'd be willing to give up a little something, put him with Jordan Love.
Oh, I'd be great for Jordan Love.
Yeah,
I'll tell you who needs him is Pittsburgh.
Oh, they do.
I mean, Pittsburgh, we talk all the time with Aaron Rodgers about their receivers. I mean, they don't really have DK Metcalf is old but good.
Yeah, and on the surface, I feel a little bit better about Pittsburgh than Miami.
Oh, yeah, having a better season? Yeah, I mean, I think most people would.
Our friends at Gutter Cap bring you part of the show as we head to break here. Tell us how you can add value to your home, especially if you're going to put it on the market. Go ahead and do this work in advance, and it adds value to your home.
Yeah, Gutter Cap is a patented aluminum cover system. It fits over most existing gutters. It will keep all that debris out. Cap it, don't snap it. Again, it's a dirty, dangerous job. The last thing you want to do is get the ladder out. You get on the roof. You take that misstep. You slip, you fall, snap the neck, and die. No good to the wife or kids. Cap it, don't snap it. 205-823-2212 or guttercapbirmingham.com.
Follow Brownie on Twitter and Instagram at Ryan Brown Live.
Have you been injured in an 18-wheeler accident, company truck accident, car accident, or work-related accident? Call Alabama's largest personal injury firm. Alexander Shinara Trial Attorneys will fight for every dollar you deserve, and it won't cost you a dime. Trust me. What do you say, man?
Call me, Alabama.
Call 659-777-7777 or go to shinara.com.
No representation made that the legal services provided are better than legal services provided by other attorneys.
Hey, there's nothing worse than waking up to a plumbing problem. Don't get caught in a flooded house. Call the guys at Hemphill Services. Adam, Chad, and the team at Hemphill are the only ones I trust to fix it and fix it right the first time. Hemphill Services does it right and always at a fair price. For all of your plumbing, cooling, and heating needs, trust the name that Birmingham has trusted since 1954. That is Hemphill Services. Call now, 205-229-2090. That's 205-229-2090.
Looking to expand your business? Let the Next Round help you. Contact us, sales@nextroundlive.com, and be part of the team. Advertise your product to hundreds of thousands of potential customers on our ever-expanding platforms. The Next Round can take your business to the next level. Join our existing partners in the fastest-growing media space, both live and on demand, while reaching the most desirable audience for your business. Get more information by emailing sales@nextroundlive.com, and one of our team members will work with you to build a plan to take your business to the next level using the Next Round.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, you're in the red zone for every college rivalry and divisional matchup all season long. I mean, where else are the scenic views as good as your view of the game? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stop by the New York Butcher Shop and pick up the finest in certified Angus prime beef steaks and burgers, premium pork chops, ribs, and all-natural chicken cut to order just for you. Their chef-prepared entrees and side dishes are the perfect dinner-to-go choice for your family and are ready to heat at home. With a great selection of fine wines and desserts, the New York Butcher Shop is your one-stop dinner shop. 2 locations to serve you, Cahaba Heights and on Highway 119 in Greystone. The New York Butcher Shop, rare quality, well-done service.
The World Wide Web is a large place. Find all your favorite people and content in the same spot. NextRoundLive.com is full of wonderful tidbits about the show you know and love. Find our gear, listen to your favorite personalities, follow our socials, and enjoy your trip to NextRoundLive.com.
Hey, Lance Taylor from the Next Round to tell you about one of our favorite places for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That is Hamburger Heaven since 1982. Hamburger Heaven has been serving Birmingham's best hamburgers, cheeseburgers, French fries, hand-spun milkshakes, and sandwiches made fresh to order. All of their ingredients are fresh and prepared daily. This includes their beef, always fresh, never frozen, hand-pattied each and every day. For breakfast, lunch, or dinner, visit any of the 4 locations, Highway 280, Irondale, Gardendale, and Homewood.
Take TNR on the go with a podcast built for your satisfaction. Miss Hour 1? Find it in podcast form. Miss Hour 2? Stream it now. Miss Hour 3? Download it for later. Miss Hour 4? Well, just know it's never coming back. Listen to TNR wherever you find podcasts.
It's bow time. Tired of choosing between sweet and savory? Why not have both? Introducing Bojangles' new chicken and bowberry waffles. The bold Cajun chicken filet you love, now drizzled with a bowberry honey glaze and sandwiched between 2 warm waffles. Which means your favorite meal of the day just met your new favorite dish. And lucky for you, it's served all day. But it's only here for a limited time, so try chicken and bowberry waffles at Bojangles today. It's bow time.
Back with you on the Next Round. As always, this hour brought to you by Champy's Chicken on Highway 119 in Alabaster. Listen, tailgating season is here. Can you imagine showing up at your tailgate with a big platter of those Mississippi Delta recipe tamales or some hand-cut chicken fingers? They're huge, and the house-made honey mustard and the house-made ranch to go with it. You'd win the tailgate. Absolutely. The chicken's brined overnight. My wife loves the dark meat. She says it's the best chicken she's ever had. I love the breast. It's delicious, juicy all the way down to the bone. Great cocktails as well. Happy hour right there on Highway 119 in Alabaster. Sterling and the crew's been there for over a decade. Perfect for football season. Coming up, it's Champy's Chicken, champy'schicken.com, the sponsor of the final hour of the show. Before we get to trash, Jimbo Fisher says over the weekend to On3 Sports, very interested in coaching again. Still says he has a lot to give. He's got $76 million in a buyout from Texas A&M. So there's really no reason for him to work again, let alone coach again. But sometimes you get bored. I say this all the time. If I win the lottery, I'm not going to sit on a beach. I'll sit on a beach more, but I'm still going to work.
Yeah.
Still going to work. I want to work. You die quickly, I believe, if you're not working.
I think there is something. The first time I ever heard anybody say that was Bobby Bowden, and I forgot who he pointed to. But he was always afraid of retirement because he was afraid not having that purpose in life and that routine that something, would go awry.
Yeah, he famously would say, once you retire, there's only one more milestone left.
But I do think for a guy like Jimbo, he was doing some college sports, Sirius XM last year.
He's doing ACC Network this year, too.
Yeah, and you look at Saban, what he's doing with game day. There's a way to stay involved in the game without having to take that next step and deal with all of the headaches that are in the college game right now.
Yeah, ego gets involved a little bit.
I don't know. Like, he didn't get there were some people when Rich Rodriguez got the West Virginia job, I think were pushing for Jimbo to replace Neil Brown. He's got the history there, but they went with Rich Rodriguez. I could see something like that. But I couldn't see a major program hiring him. Could you?
I wouldn't.
Not to start with, no. He would need to do a West Virginia level.
Yeah.
To run back that way. What about?
Go ahead. We're going to do the same one. Oklahoma State. Mike Gundy goes.
I was going to say Texas Tech.
Yeah, the only problem with Texas Tech is you just saw him not win at A&M. So what makes you think he's going to win at Texas Tech?
Oh, and if I'm an Oklahoma State fan, just back to that real quick, you're getting Gundy's kind of older brother, but not as good of a coach.
His not cooler older brother. I could see that.
I see that comparison.
The other guy who said over the weekend that he wanted to get back into coaching was Jon Gruden. He works with Barstool now. Got kicked out of the NFL from some leaked emails. Was a longtime broadcaster. He was speaking to Georgia. Kirby brought him in as a guest speaker, was speaking to the team, and said he'd die to coach in the SEC. And this is him speaking over to the Georgia team, looking at the facilities, looking at the roster. Gruden's making a comeback as a Barstool contributor right now. I wonder if he coaches again. And would he coach in college? Because there was a time, even while we've all been doing a show together, that Jon Gruden to Tennessee, Jon Gruden to other major college jobs was a real rumor that never panned out.
Yeah, Tennessee got mentioned a lot because I think his wife was a cheerleader there or something, and he was
He had property.
Yeah, he had property outside the city.
There was a time he was one of the top 5 hottest commodities in all of coaching at either level. And I don't know, it just seems like time has passed. We always waited. Bill Cowher, he's still young. He's on the set. He's going to get back into it. And 20 years goes by, and he's never back in it. I don't think Gruden gets back in it. Is he still employed by Barstool? Is he seasonal?
Yeah, I don't know if he's seasonal, but he does some stuff with Barstool.
I remember him doing it last year. I just hadn't seen him in a while.
Yeah, and he does some social media stuff. It's pretty entertaining, frankly. I've watched some of it, like the unboxing. Jack State was very, very early in that game, sending him a box of gear. You don't know about the recruiting with him. That's the thing that would worry me the most. Like, can Jon Gruden still X and O? Sure. I think the guy's probably an offensive genius.
Can he spend money?
Well, that's the thing, is recruiting is so different now. You go get a good GM. Yeah, you go get a good GM and the recruiting, you come in as the closer, and he's still a big enough personality. I'm sure he could do well at that.
Yeah. Interesting with two guys there who want to get back into coaching. If you missed camps over the weekend for Alabama, they had a big scrimmage. Jam Miller standing out at the running back position. No quarterback named yet. Kalen DeBoer said by the end of the second scrimmage coming up this weekend, they expect to have a starter for Florida State named by then. Gino Vandermark and Cam Dewberry both getting a lot of work at both guard positions as Jaden Roberts continues to rehab a slight injury and work with the twos a bit. And then down at Auburn, offensive line depth is standing out, and Eric Singleton continues, the kid from Georgia Tech, to wow people in practice.
Best Auburn receiver this year is not Cam Coleman, it's Eric Singleton. You watch. By the end of the season, I don't know how you measure this. I guess receiving yards, maybe touchdowns. I don't know how y'all want to measure it.
I think
Eric Singleton will be Auburn's best receiver.
Going to be more, let's use an Alabama analogy, more Jalen Waddle. And I think Cam Coleman is more Devontae Smith.
Okay, now
I think
just quickly, you're not saying
really
he's going to be Heisman level. You're just saying.
No. I'm just saying that I think Singleton can do absolutely everything, but a guy that is just a top-end, one receiver, burner, great hands, I think that's going to
Here's what
ultimately be Cam
total
Coleman.
yards. I'll go total yards. Singleton better than Cam Coleman.
Total yards, you're probably right.
Total yards.
Receiving yards, I think I would take Cam Coleman.
Yeah, I think Singleton is the best receiver on that team this year.
Have you ever had, this is a hard transition, something different. Shh. Transition sound.
Oh, okay. That made it better.
Before we go to trash and before you tell us about Hemphill, the weirdest arrest over the weekend and college football suspension I've ever seen. Think back to your college days. You ever had anybody that came to hang out with you, spend a couple of nights with you? The weirdest thing they ever brought with them. I had a friend that had a pet. They were sort of miniature pigs.
Like not a guinea pig?
It was not a guinea pig.
Like an actual...
Was your friend a male or a female?
He was a male.
Okay.
And he had a little pig.
Okay.
That he would let run around his apartment.
That's interesting.
It was hairless, maybe?
A hairless pig? I think all pigs are hairless.
Yeah, I mean, most
all
are.
pigs
I
hairless?
think boars have
They got a
hair.
little fuzz. Yeah, boars
Google it.
got more.
Google it, Ty. I think boars have hair, pigs don't.
Google it. He had a pig that it was his pet pig.
No, you can run around in your house. He ain't coming to my apartment.
So you had a lot of pot showing up, any of that, but somebody showed up with a pig.
I'm wrong on this.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it seemed like it was hairless.
Well, pigs do have hair, according to Tyler's Google.
Oh, yeah.
My apologies. I thought that was a boar.
They're sparse and bristly.
Yeah, of course.
Weirdest thing that anybody ever showed up to stay at my house with in college.
Now,
but over the weekend, LSU 4-star running back JT Lindsey gets arrested after harboring two guys who are they were wanted for murder, alleged involvement in a murder. He says he was unaware that his 17 and 18-year-old friends from Alexandria were wanted for murder.
Oh, yeah.
Stayed a few nights with him. So he's arrested for harboring fugitives. With them, they had a Glock, a Draco. I'm not a gun guy. Draco.
So that would be an AK pistol.
AK pistol. And then two AR-15 rifles.
Yep. So they brought an arsenal.
Yeah, when they bring the arsenal and they're looking out the blinds and they're checking the radio scanner, it's not kind of a giveaway that something's up.
Now he says this kid lives on campus. He lives on campus.
Right.
So he showed up in the campus dorm.
Yeah.
And they're unpacking. They got their overnight bag. An AR-15 rifle. The other one walks in with an overnight bag, his pillow probably, and an AR-15 rifle. I'm a little suspicious at that point.
I'll never forget. So my final year, my 6th year of college, there was this dude that I went to high school with, and he dated my ex-wife's really good friend, but him and I were never buddies. We didn't run in the same circles. But he was working a construction gig in Tuscaloosa. So he decided it would be a good idea to show up at my fraternity house every night at 5 o'clock when he got off, head to toe mud. He'd be sitting in my room when I'd walk in drinking my beer.
And you knew this guy how?
Through my ex-wife's best friend. They were
that's
together
not a
for
close
little bit.
relationship there.
That's a country song for you right there.
It was, but it was one of those you couldn't get rid of. Like, what am I going to do? And this dude was, we'll call him a bad man. He could handle himself and did a lot. So, like, I just kind of had to, he just kind of weeded his way out.
Did I just realize that all three of us went to college for 6 years? Did you say you went to college 6 years too?
6 years. I didn't go to every semester. I skipped one semester.
What'd you do that semester?
I was paying my way through school, so I raised money, Brown.
Merchant Marine?
No.
That was when he was the pool DJ, right?
I had to earn some money to pay for tuition next time.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know we were all in college 6 years, though. That does make me feel a little bit better.
By the way, checking account back then at Central State Bank.
That's right, because they sponsored your Little League.
They sponsored our Little League back in the day.
Yeah.
They've been around for a while.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very
of Shelby
communal.
County. Yeah. I'm doing the Shelby County Hall of Fame induction ceremony.
Who's
again
going
this
in?
year. And Central State Bank's really big there.
Do you know who's going in? Shelby County Sports Hall of Fame?
Mitch Schroeder?
I do. It's not sports.
It's
It's just all
golfer.
Shelby
It's just
County.
all
Yeah.
at Shelby County Hall of Fame?
Like great business people. Yeah. And it's sponsored, I think, last year by our friends at Central State Bank.
How
I think
about
they're a
that?
big sponsor
Yeah.
with that. So
So you have not gotten the script yet.
You're emceeing the event?
I have gotten a script, LT. I just haven't read it yet.
Reading comprehension.
Yeah. I'll read it. I'll read it in the advisory period right before the Hall of Fame induction
You
ceremony.
know what I did on reading comprehension? This is where I screwed up. I went down to the answer bank and tried to find the answer in the paragraph. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you go down to the questions, like there's a big
Well, that's
reading.
what they tell you to do.
Oh, they tell you to do that? I thought
Yeah,
they
they
told
tell
you
you
to
to do
read
now-
it and
that
then go
now.
to
Yeah,
the
if you
like
Google
ACT
shortcuts on
test prep.
reading comprehension, that's what they tell you to do.
You read the answers first before reading the.
No, I
like,
didn't
selection.
read the passage. I just tried to find the answers in the passage.
Oh.
How'd that work out? A 15?
I made a 15 on that section. That section, I made a 15, not overall a 15. I needed a 17 to get my scholarship to Jacksonville State. I made a 19, and that was it. Never took it again. Now, my brother took it like 3 or 4 times.
So
of course, he
for
ended up
the,
making a 34. My brother made a 34 on his.
So for the piece of reading,
Did you get dropped
basically
on your head?
treated it like a word scavenger hunt.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
To avoid having to read it.
Wait, are you making fun of his 19?
No,
I'm
he's
not
making
making fun. I'm
no,
talking
he
about
can't
the
because
gap between.
Yeah, I guarantee you didn't make more than a 19 on yours. But
Oh, I did.
what did you make on your ACT?
I made a 20.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
I'm sorry, Einstein. I
Took
didn't
it
know.
one and done.
I didn't want to sit next to a genius.
Beauty and brain.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, he just said you didn't make more than a 19.
Well, you made a 20. I mean, that could have been a rounding error. But no, he was making fun of the fact my brother made a 34 and I made a 19.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. I mean, trust me, that has been made fun of before. He's not the first
That's a
person.
pretty wide gap.
It is a very wide gap.
your
Tyler. I
brother
don't
doesn't
know.
look like you either, by the way.
He does not. He does not. Blonde hair, blue eye.
One
No
of you
joke.
were adopted.
My brother got a degree. I mean, when you make fun of a rocket scientist, or you say, "Oh, what are you, a rocket scientist?" That's what my brother's degree is in. He was a rocket scientist. And
I
do
take it
this.
he doesn't have your personality.
I don't know. He's a nice guy.
I think I made a 19 as well.
I think we're a lot alike.
Thank you. That's the nicest thing you've ever said about me.
Let's do trash.
Trash is brought to you by our friends at Hemp Hill Services. Hot or cold, whether it's running or flowing, they'll take care of you.
205-229-2090. Adam, Chad, Andrew, the guys there awaiting your call. Make the phone call today. Whether you experience any plumbing, heating, or cooling issues in your home or business, these guys are ready to serve you. Trust the name. Birmingham has trusted since 1954 for all of these potential issues. For more information, hemphillservices.com.
What is the charge? Eating a meal? A succulent Chinese meal? Oh, that's a nice headlock, sir. Oh, right there. Yes. I see that you know your judo well. Get your hand off my penis!
LT's Trash is presented by Bud Light.
Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Pick up some delicious Bud Light today. Okay, I've got 10 amazing long movies everyone should watch at least once. I'm very interested to see if you guys have seen any of those.
Well, what's your guess on my number here?
Well,
out of
I
10?
would say of this top 10, you have seen 3.
I'm not a big long movie guy. Let's go.
I think Dunaway has seen 4 or 5, I'm guessing. Number 10, I know you haven't seen The Green Mile. Dunaway, have you seen
Never seen The Green Mile. Yeah.
Green Mile's good.
Dude's going to get executed basically for 3
That's
hours.
The Green Mile, but no, there's more
I hear it's a good movie.
executions. It's very good.
If I ever wake up in the middle of the night, have a hard time going number one, I always think
Green
Green
Mile?
Mile.
Yeah.
Yes.
Number 9 on the list, fantastic movie, Dances with Wolves from
Never seen it.
1990.
Never seen it. Long movie.
Extremely long, but
Yeah.
loved it. Yeah, it's really good.
Okay, Browns 0-2.
0-2.
I cannot believe this is on the list. This movie is awful. 2001's Pearl Harbor.
Yeah,
Oh, I
watch
never
a
saw it.
terrible movie. Took one of the
course
worst
you saw
moments
this one.
in American history, made a love story about it. Awful movie,
Awful.
poorly acted, terrible.
Awful.
Yeah, we'll
Came
never
back
watch
and
that
sell
again.
the only highlight in that film.
Yep.
Never saw a good soundtrack.
Andrew's right. If it's a war movie, Brown's got a shot here, and that was a war. Well,
This is a war movie.
That's what got labeled as a war movie, but it really wasn't.
I don't think you've seen it. This has been canceled, but it's a very good movie. 1939's Gone with the Wind.
Oh gosh,
No, never saw that.
it's got an intermission.
How have you guys not seen this?
Because it's in black and white, right?
No, it's not.
Okay, well, it was in black and white times.
It's in Technicolor.
Yeah.
It was
so
not.
it was black and white.
No, and that means it was in color.
Okay.
It was.
Don't talk down to me. I made a 19 on my ACT, but
It was not part of my classic film class at the University of Montevallo,
No.
so
I really have no
I did not
interest in
watch it.
seeing Gone with the Wind. What? I mean, it's.
I mean,
I don't think it's worth a watch.
Yeah, it's
I
not
don't
worth a
think
watch,
you're
no.
missing out on anything.
No,
the book was better.
I thought it was good.
Like
No,
you
you
read
can't say
the
hell
book.
you read the book. Okay, number 6 on the list. I saw a little bit. I tapped out. I saw the 1976 King Kong. I did not see the Peter Jackson 2005 with Naomi Watts.
I have not seen King Kong.
Have you seen any King Kongs?
No, I have not.
I think I've seen the original, not in theaters, and I did see a remake at some point, which I think is probably the 76 one. So yes.
Number 5 on the list. I think you have seen this. Oppenheimer.
Nope. No, I never saw Oppenheimer. I heard it was good.
I have
very
not
good.
seen Oppenheimer.
Yeah,
Very,
good,
very
Tyler?
Fantastic.
Y'all, you liked it?
It is amazing.
Yeah, it's really, really good. But it is very long. It's a little over 3 hours.
That was just last year, though, right?
Yeah, 2023. So a little over a year ago. Next on the list at number 4, I have not seen this one. I watched one, Lord of the Rings, Return of
Nope,
the King.
never seen that.
Seen them all. My
Yeah.
wife is
All?
How
many are
wife
there?
loves
That's 3 hours
sci-fi.
and 21 minutes, by the way.
Yeah. She
and that's only a third of the story.
Yeah, that's right. We got a lot
towers and
I love Game of Thrones. Did not like Lord of the Rings though. Number 3, Titanic. We've all seen Titanic.
Yeah, I've seen Titanic. That's 2. I'm up to 2.
Ironically, though, not with my wife. I don't think we were married yet. When did that come out?
1997. I've seen it probably 4 or 5 times.
What's your favorite scene, Jim?
It was pre-Maggie. I made that mistake. You guys ever done this?
What?
I looked at Tyler's Not Married.
Well, it's one of 2 scenes for you, though. It's either Paint Me Like Your French Girls or the hand on the window.
Well, it's both of those.
Yeah.
But I remember
Can't
saying,
pick.
to my wife, I was like, God, when we went to see that, and she's like, we weren't dating yet.
Yeah.
And I was like,
You've done that. You do that quite often.
Ooh, crap.
Yeah.
That's
I didn't like it.
Mistake on my part.
Yeah,
Which
Tonic,
came to
if
the
you
question
can only
who-
see our song.
Who did you end up seeing that with?
Yeah, who did you see it with?
I can't remember, Brown. Somebody not as important as my wife.
Somebody you're not
obviously.
married to, obviously, yeah.
Actually, I haven't seen it. I've seen the original Avatar. I have not seen The Way of Water. I wasted my time watching Avatar. I'm not going to waste it watching The Way of Water.
Ride at Disney overrated too. Not just the movie, but the ride's also overrated.
I have no interest in watching The Way of Water or the new one coming out.
Yeah. I've never been a big
liked
Avatar.
And number 1, these are extremely long movies you need to watch at least once. Avengers Endgame. I did think it was good. I'm just not a superhero guy, but I thought it was a good movie.
Yeah,
I didn't see that one.
Is Lincoln not on there, or did that just seem long?
Lincoln is not on there, but I'm sure it was long.
I saw 5 of the 10.
I only saw 2. Lincoln's one of the worst movies I've watched. It seemed like it was really long.
I think it was. Some combinations don't make sense. How about this? Heinz and Smoothie King have teamed up to create a tomato ketchup smoothie.
That is not good.
Not shockingly, consumers are confused by the concoction. You see there, I have a hard time drinking a V8.
Do you like a Bloody Mary?
I do, but I never finish it.
I don't either.
I like one about every 3 or 4 months.
I mean, I may have one Bloody Mary every 3 years. It's like drinking barbecue sauce, basically, though.
Yeah,
which I love
people
barbecue
that
sauce.
pound
It's great.
out Bloody Marys at a bar, their breath is awful.
Yeah.
Wow.
I got a buddy who, when we play if we have a morning tea time, he will meet us with a Bloody Mary. And then I have another buddy who is a much more enjoyable drink, is the Malibu rum orange juice with a splash of Sprite.
What is that called? Tequila Sunrise?
He
No,
calls
that's
it.
not tequila.
He calls it the wake up drink.
Okay.
He doesn't have a name for it.
So he's thought long and
I
hard
try to
about
think of
this?
something
Yeah.
cool on the way. The wake up drink.
So this blood red beverage hit stores on Wednesday. It blends the acai sorbet, strawberries, raspberries, apple juice, and Heinz signature ketchup to create, according to this, a sweet tart taste.
Wow, it looks awful.
Smoothie will be available for $5.70 for a limited time. Priced way too high for this because you're going to throw it away after a couple of sips. Only 5 markets.
This is not a commercial, by the way.
Chicago, Denver, Miami, and the parts of greater New York.
Worst endorsement ever.
I'm going to pass.
I mean, do you know anybody that would like this, though, really?
My daughter loves ketchup, my youngest.
I love ketchup. I love smoothies.
I like ketchup.
Don't
but
like them together.
I need French fries with it. Need a burger with it. I don't need.
Well, do you ever?
I don't need something fruity.
I have dipped my fries in shake
or
before.
Frosty or something.
Yeah, and that's pretty good. But I'm not
I don't
gonna
think I
dip
could
them
in
in
this. Yeah,
it's a good time to remind the kids that are watching that tomatoes technically are a fruit. So when you're blending it with the raspberries and blueberries,
right?
And
it's a
all
fruit
that,
smoothie.
Yeah, it's still a fruit smoothie.
Still can't find these. Although it's a fruit, still can't find it in Gatlinburg.
Wait, everyone's on the Lego chair. They're questioning my 19 ACT, either that I'm wrong about the tomato, which I don't
think
know.
it can be classified as a fruit or a vegetable.
The tomato is a fruit.
It's a fruit.
Yeah,
I think
because
it can,
the seeds are on the inside.
Right. Well, if they're seeds, they're always on the inside.
No,
it's got seeds on the outside.
Strawberries got seeds on the outside.
Well, other than a strawberry.
Everything seeds on the inside. Other.
I'm questioning your.
You didn't let me finish my sentence.
I'm questioning your 19 now.
Yeah.
Fruit was not on there.
25-year-old Longwood man had an unusual reaction after being stopped by a trooper on I-4 for allegedly driving 120 miles per hour, according to this arrest report. Now, around 2:20 a.m. Wednesday, Logan Mills was clocked driving a blue Honda Civic at 116. How do you get a Honda Civic at 116?
Yeah, I thought you were going to say it was like a Beamer or something like that. But
now, during the traffic stop, officials said Mills told the trooper he thought he was racing him. Mills allegedly reached a top speed
I wasn't going to lose.
of 120 miles per hour, according to troopers, violating Florida's new super speeder law. I didn't know they had this. It makes any excess of the speed limit by 50 miles per hour or more an arrestable offense. Mills allegedly admitted to driving 90 miles an hour, which was still 25 miles an hour over the posted speed limit. He was arrested and booked into Seminole County Jail, facing charge of dangerous excessive speeding.
Got good hair. I did get a ticket in college. Is 25 over? Is that reckless driving?
Yeah, whatever.
I was at 23. Yeah.
Sometimes they get
like aggravated speeding or something like that.
I was not aggravated.
Yeah. What they used to do, the nice state trooper would. Hey, I got you 27. We'll put you at 23.
Still going to give you a ticket by.
Yeah,
I'm doing you a favor here, so don't.
These popcorn buckets, they've gotten out of whack. Freakier Friday releasing a switchable popcorn bucket more than 2 decades after they first switched places. Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis returning to the big screen this past weekend. They were doing a popcorn bucket that is shaped like a soda cup, complete with a fake soda and straw lid, while the beverage cup resembles a classic popcorn bucket, topped with faux popcorn. Both items feature vibrant purple and green graphics celebrating the movie. Now, the fun collectibles were announced on Instagram. While perfectly summing up the design, your snacks, quote, just had a body swap.
I'm going to mess up at some point and spill liquids on me or my popcorn at that point.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to.
Hope it's popcorn. That cleans better.
I'm going to try to suck a popcorn kernel through a straw or spill my drink that I think is popcorn, passing it around.
How many of these you got? Not that particular one, but these popcorn deals.
We've got the Dune one. It's a big sandworm.
Yeah, I remember that.
We've got the Deadpool and Wolverine one, which is Wolverine's mouth.
I remember that.
I got one from a Lord of the Rings movie.
Yeah.
It's a 3-foot long war hammer. Of
course
where you
it
hold
is.
the popcorn in the top of the hammer.
Yeah.
We got the Nosferatu sarcophagus. We have the wind-up monkey in the closet.
I remember that one. That's kind of
it's
spooky.
Cursed.
Yeah, it's
He's
cursed.
he's got plenty. How
Yeah,
about
plenty
that?
is the answer to that question.
Finally, a talking parrot has helped bring down a drug gang after it taught it to say, quote, drug dealing phrases. Can't make this up. Mango, the pet parrot, discovered when police raided the homes of gang members in Blackpool, where officers also seized drugs, cash, and mobile phones. Now, the gang's illegal activities were uncovered when a number of mobile phones and Wi-Fi routers were discovered in a search of prisoner and gang ringleader Adam Gornet's cell. Police identified the other gang members' videos were found on the phone belonging to Gornet's girlfriend Shannon Gilbert, including footage of her teaching her pet parrot to say, quote, 2 for $25, a phrase referring to buying drugs. There was also a video of Mango the parrot playing with drug money.
Say, if I'm the attorney, I'm going to want the parrot on the stand. How about you? We're going to see if that parrot can do it under pressure.
Yeah. I'm going to.
Because if this is the police officers, if this is some of their evidence.
How do I know the police officer didn't teach the parrot
That's
to
right.
say this is what I would say to the jury.
That's right. I'm very happy for you to bring the parrot in here and put it on the stand, sir.
Well, they did not have good defense. They did not have a Tommy Spina because 15 people were charged, all pleaded guilty. Garnett was sentenced to 19 years and 6 months. Another guy, 12 years. Another one, 10 years. Another one, 8 years.
Is this how snitches became known to sing like a bird?
I don't know.
To the coppers?
I don't believe that's real. That looks like an AI bird.
Yep.
I don't think Tyler would do that to us.
I would quickly.
Real bird?
This is the actual parrot, Mango.
Yeah, Mango.
Yeah, I would say good name though. It looks like a mango. Mm-hmm. Slice of mango.
You remember?
I would quickly
Barclays-
say 2 of 25 is what me and my girlfriend enjoy eating down at Applebee's.
2 for
There's
25?
2 for 25. We can feed 2 for 25. Get the baby back ribs,
Bourbon Street steak,
and the Bourbon Street steak.
That's right.
You ever gotten the
sides, 2
Dollarita
desserts.
there?
Dollarita?
No, I don't really go to Applebee's. I was trying to get a defense going.
Trying to get out of prison.
Yeah.
It's more sour mix than anything else.
I believe it.
Really? They don't put a whole lot of alcohol in that
Yeah,
for
for
a
a
dollar?
dollar not.
Yeah.
For $1.
Really? That's
Remember
crazy.
Barkley had his dogs were Mango and Yoo-Hoo.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah, that's Trash Today. Brought to you in part by our friends at Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Before we get out of here, the AP poll came out earlier. We'll recount that real quickly to let you know where your favorite SEC team is. You'll see it pop up in your screen there. But if you just go by hard rankings, and that's what we do this year with the playoffs, this is what the matchups would look like. You'd have LSU and Alabama in a 9-8 game in Tuscaloosa, just like the regular season matchup. The winner would get Texas.
Very SEC.
Georgia would be in the 5-12 game with Boise State, who would be in the playoff as a group of 5. Winner gets Clemson. Miami would be in a 10-7 game in Oregon. Winner gets Penn State. And Notre Dame would be in a 11-6 game hosting Arizona State. Winner gets Ohio State.
Much better playoff than we had last year. Give me that one.
It would be. The path I would want, though, would be the Miami-Oregon winner getting Penn State, and then the winner of that side either getting Ohio State, Notre Dame, or Arizona State. I don't want anything to do with Texas, Clemson, Georgia, Alabama, LSU on the other side.
That is a loaded half of the bracket.
It really is.
Yeah, that would stink.
It's crazy.
More reaction to Alabama and Auburn camp on the show tomorrow, 9 a.m. Central Time. As you tune us in, don't forget the Meltdown later today at 2. Until next time, God bless you and God bless America.